Yeah, I'm sorry. I have my Stardew Valley turned like way down on mine.
I do as well.
It's loud.
It's so loud. Gosh. Right, let's have a look.
I'm gonna get my game up. It's like it's starting, but it's slow. I'm gonna move pencils out of the way. I am doing real superbly at getting my art done today.
Is that sarcastic?
Yeah, I got one picture finished.
Nice.
I have like another one to finish, like the permanent lines and like wait, hang on.
Fair
And
enough.
I've got
Oh.
there it is. One that I need to finish the permanent lines on, and I've got another one that I have to sketch entirely. Yay!
All the joys, always.
Yeah, I've got D&D tonight, so like, hopefully I'll be able to like, you know, do stuff during that.
Yeah.
Kind of, in some ways, a little glad that like it didn't turn out that we had the first day of our Disney Princess campaign starting this week, because I would have had 3 D&D campaigns going on in 1 week.
I was gonna say, because didn't you record the other night? You recorded last night as well.
Last night.
Boy.
Like,
how many do you need?
I mean,
A few?
you can't have too much. Well, I mean, you probably can't have too much, but
I guarantee you can have too much.
it's so much fun. I love it.
Ugh, I can't believe you're going to start one as Disney princesses, though. Like, how does that even
so
work?
excited. Oh, like, the idea is that, like, we're all gonna pick, like, a Disney princess to play and then, like, sort of build a character off of that.
Yeah.
Like, my sister's going to be Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, fair enough.
Sleeping Beauty is going to be a narcoleptic bard. And we're all excited about that one. And
is that your older sister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only have the one, but
Oh, I didn't know. I couldn't remember if she was older or younger.
she's older by a year.
Oh, was it only a year?
Yeah, a year, 5 months, 20 days, 9 hours, and 15 minutes.
What?
Nothing like rattling that off in front of people and completely freaking them out.
It just came out of nowhere.
No, like, I'm serious. My sister and I used to do that to freak people out. Like, they'd ask if they're twins.
Somehow
like,
it
no.
doesn't surprise me, though. Oh.
It was too much fun to do that to people.
I'll bet. Boy, okay.
I feel like I need to catch you up on what's going on in our other campaign, though.
I mean,
Like
feel free to, because I don't understand like where the handkerchief has come in. I'm a bit confused on that one.
All right. Well, last we left off,
we
were about to fight Eden.
Yes.
Okay. So we get in there, and he's like, "Hey,
yeah.
This is probably going to be a little bit unfair for you guys. So here's an idea. We do like an all-out fight.
Yeah.
That means you guys, like all of you, including Lei, who was sitting out the previous 2 fights, against Eden, winner takes all.
Oh boy.
So, yeah. So it's like, if he won the fight, then we lose that portion of the competition entirely. If we win, his team loses.
Okay.
So now technically, had Eden won, had his side won, they would still have like another round of the games and everything to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like we still had more points overall, but they would have won the combat section.
Okay.
So, winner takes all, winner wins the combat session. So, we're like, fine, we were gonna do that anyway, and even without Ghost being part of it, we'd still be in the same boat. Like, he'd still get enough points to win.
Okay.
So, we're like, fine. We'll take the turtle. we need a tank. We need someone we can throw in there and just go, hey, take damage. So, we get in there. Everyone lines up, gets in their positions. And
whoops.
I think I was one of the first ones to go, and I'm like, good grief, I don't know what to do. So I ended up, like, attempting one of my spells to put him at a disadvantage, and it didn't work, obviously. Like, the thing about druids, and the thing about high-level druids, which he is, they have really insanely good wisdom scores, and they have really insanely good stats just all over the place.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He's got really good stats.
Because,
so,
as you do.
He's a demigod, I mean, come on. So you don't just kind of walk up there and go, hi, I'm gonna, like, roll better than you and just win.
Yeah.
Like, in a straight-up match of who's going to roll better, it's usually him. So, we had that going on, and I'm trying to remember the entire extent of the session, because it was long. It was 2 hours of a fight sequence.
Ooh. Talk about rough. 2 hours just for one fight sequence.
Yeah.
I can't even make a fight sequence last a minute.
Like, it's 2 hours real time.
Yeah.
Each turn is like 5 seconds or something in the game.
Yeah. So
it technically isn't that long in game, but in the real world, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm tired. Yeah, one of the first things that happened was our wonderful warlock, Zareem, decided, hey, I'm gonna use an ability that I probably should have used in my own fight a couple of, like last session, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. And uses some of his sorcery abilities to double cast his Eldritch Blast spell, which already already because he's a higher level, like it casts multiple times when he uses it.
Okay.
So he casts it like 4 times. And he hit, I think, twice and did some good damage. Did not make Eden happy.
I doubt it would, but...
So, Eden's response is...
I presume this is after the whole poking incident.
No.
Right, okay.
This is not. Didn't make Eden happy, so Eden looks over at him on his next turn and goes, okay. And casts the spell Fievel Mind.
Right.
On Zareem. Fievel Mind is an interesting spell. It is a 9th level spell. Level 9 is the highest level of spell you can get.
Okay.
You usually only get like 1 level 9 slot. So, he casts Fievel Mind. Actually, I think it might be an 8th level spell. It's an 8th level spell. But it's
pretty
still
high either way.
Really, really powerful spell. He casts Fievel Mind. Fievel Mind, if the person that's being cast on does not save against the spell, which you're not going to, Eden's a very powerful caster. If you fail, your charisma and your intelligence are set to 1 out of a possible 20.
Okay.
So you're basically a gibbering idiot. Which, I mean, like, fitting already, but,
I was gonna say,
Let me see if I can get the actual like text up so I can find the spell for you. Here, I put it in. Filters, druid, level 8. Okay, Fievel Mind. You blast the mind of a creature that you can see within range, attempting to shatter its intellect and personality. The target takes 4d6. That's 4 6-sided dice, so, you know, your typical standard dice.
Yep.
Psychic damage, and must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the creature's intelligence and charisma become 1. The creature can't cast spells, activate magic items, understand language, or communicate in any intelligible way. The creature, however, can identify its friends, follow them, and even protect them.
Is that it?
At the end of every 30 days, the creature can repeat its saving throw against this spell. If it succeeds on its saving throw, the spell ends. The spell can also be ended by Greater Restoration, Heal, or Wish.
So, that's a pretty brutal spell then, really.
Yeah, our DM was like, I don't want to use this. I don't want to use this. Like, he literally in chat earlier that day been like, oh my gosh, this is mean. It was like, there's like this really ridiculous spell and I probably should not give it to Eden, but...
I'm gonna.
And he's like, I don't want to use it. And he deleted that comment in the chat. I saw it.
Oh.
Like, I'd seen it because my Discord app kept it up. Like, it... Since I hadn't, like, read the messages, it didn't delete them.
Yeah.
In, like, not read section. So I saw it, and I was literally like, I woke up and I looked at my phone, and I'm like,
uh-oh.
What is this? Yeah, like, I'm sitting here, like, going, he's got, like, this really ridiculously powerful spell. What spell is this? So I start looking through my handbook, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Fievel Mind. So I knew this was coming from, like, the beginning of the day.
Oh, boy.
And I was like, you know, this is gonna be interesting. And I was prepared for this.
I mean, even if you weren't prepared, you'd enjoy it either way.
Yeah, Nitz was angry.
Oh, of course Nitz was angry.
You know, how dare he not be the only specialist person in the entire game, you know? Zip my lip, you know? I ain't saying nothing. I didn't say anything.
It's just static, hearing things.
Yeah. Gee, it just kind of went all fuzzy for a bit there.
What amuses me is the fact that, like, all of these streams go on YouTube. So I'm pretty sure in all 3 of the videos we've done so far, there's mumbling about Nitz.
Like, I don't want to be a horrible person, but you know.
And I think we've had our fair share to be allowed a little bit of bitch. Just a little bit.
Like, he's not happy about the whole deal.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
I don't blame him, but you know.
That is a brutal spell.
Yeah, he was being a pain in the butt. I mean, and as we're like, he's kind of out of commission. Like, he can't use any of his spells from that point on. He's basically reduced to hitting things. Meanwhile, Eden has been transforming into some kind of big, scary tree thing person. It's the same creature that we saw from a distance. Yeah, it's the same creature we saw from a distance when we were in Lunacy, like, months ago. But this thing is flippin' terrifying. Like, I'm gonna be the first to say it. It's scary. So, we're all a little bit like, this is, you know, not going too great.
Yeah. As you know you would.
So he turns into this creature.
Yep.
And the thing is, like, druids have the ability to wild shape. which is what this ability is that he's doing right now.
Oh, right, okay.
Wild shape is that they can basically, a certain number of times per day, depending on their level, they can change into, usually it's an animal form.
Yeah.
But since he's a moon druid, that means that he can also change into elemental forms.
Right.
Which, the first time we fought him, he turned into an earth elemental, and boy, was that fun! I find myself almost wishing that, my real life D&D group had been there, because when we fought an earth elemental in that game,
I'm guessing it didn't go so well.
well, no, it didn't go too horribly, but it was kind of hilarious because one of the girls in our group picked up the miniature and was like, I want to look at his butt. He's got a really good butt. And I'm just like, oh gosh. And now I'm just like, we fought Eden as an earth elemental. I may have blushed a bit.
Of course you blushed. Why wouldn't you?
He's got really good abs. He's probably got a really good butt.
Oh, honestly. This is what I live for, Saturday night, catching up on the most recent D&D session and just giggling about Eden.
It is the best part, isn't it?
It's amazing. Oh.
Okay.
I did pass out, by the way, last night. Sorry.
TV rerun if you need to get another recipe that you missed.
Uta.
So, he's turned into this creature, which we call the Beastmaster.
Right.
And we're not entirely sure what it is, but it's some kind of elemental form.
It's something.
It's scary. It's got this big creepy mask and everything.
When I saw your picture of it, it reminded me of like Groot.
It does kind of look like Groot. But it's like creepy Groot. It's like, if Groot was really, really creepy, you might have the Beastmaster.
Fair enough.
And we're over here trying to fight this form. Now, the thing about Wild Shape is that when you're fighting a druid or whatever that's transformed into like a Wild Shape form, they basically have 2 HP bars. Like, if you've ever fought like, I don't know if you probably haven't played like Kingdom Hearts, right?
No, I definitely haven't. No.
Okay, well, some video games it'll be like, instead of having just like an extra long HP bar or whatever, it'll have like layers. So like you take down one layer of HP and then you take down another layer of HP, and it's just like the bar color just changes.
Right, okay.
Like, it's kind of like that with a druid. A druid Wild Shape has a separate HP to... Oh, today's the festival.
Oh, so it is, but somehow I've managed to get into town.
Oh no, it's down south.
Oh, it's in the, dang it, is anyone going to be open then?
Probably not.
Dang it. Okay.
There's the flower dance.
Yep.
To the forest!
I'm on my way. I was halfway through town.
Neither one of us are going to be able to dance there, but oh well.
Oh, we can dance with each other, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just wait for this kid to pass before I go rummaging in the bin.
Basically, anyway. Let's see. Here. Trying to remember exactly where I was at. Oh yeah. Wild Shape, you have to take out the Wild Shape form before you can actually fight. Like, before you can knock him out completely. So, we knew that this is going to be a tough fight. He's Wild Shaped. We have to knock out that form first before we can fight Eden as a person.
Because why would it ever be easy?
I know, right? And I think we're not going to get the rare crow. Do we want to get... No, we don't have... Well, we have enough money to get rare crow, but it's expensive.
No, that's just what I'm thinking. Can wait till next year, can't it?
Yeah, I can wait. Elliot, you're a butt. Why don't you love me? I gave you 2 flowers this whole
The
month. Why don't
guy
you love
from
me?
the Adventurers Guild says that Marnie looks lovely today, and I'm like, that's Lewis's property. You might want to step back there, son.
Fight, 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 fight. Basically, like, we already knew this was going to be a really stinking tough fight.
Yeah.
So, we're trying to take down as much of his HP as possible.
Yeah.
And he's scary and hard to fight, so Janai gets this idea.
That sentence is always
I know.
not a good thing.
He uses his ropes to fly up towards the Beastmaster's face.
Mm.
And he's like, I have a bottle. He bought this a couple months ago before we left for Populous. A little glass bottle.
Yeah.
Inside, it has this sort of oozy stuff that... It's a black pudding.
But
black puddings...
I was going
are
to say, it's not a
sentient
proper black
creature.
pudding, is it?
No, it's a sentient creature. That... Yes, I'll dance with you. Fine.
Oh, thanks. Ready to start?
Yep.
Cool.
A black pudding is a sentient creature
Mhm.
that is best known for being like other... It's kind of like the other oozy creatures, like, I can't remember what they're all called. Things like gelatinous cubes or whatever.
Right.
But it's disgusting. It's corrosive.
Oh boy.
So you drop this thing on somebody, and it's going to, like, it corrodes metal. It will, you know,
Eat flesh.
yeah. It's not a nice thing.
And Janai is
He
suggesting to
forces
drop it on Eden.
open.
Oh,
He
no.
forces the Beastmaster's mouth open
Oh,
and drops it
no!
down his gosh darn throat.
Oh no!
I screamed.
Oh my gosh!
I think that was the point where I freaked out so hard I started coughing. And Danny's just over here like, you broke her. Like, ah!
Oh no!
Like, I literally gasped really hard and started coughing.
Of course you would, though.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh.
that's well.
Oh.
Well, he forces it down the Beastmaster's throat,
As you do.
as you do. You know, totally sane thing to do to someone who's your friend.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm a little bit pissed off, and I'm like, all right, Janai, next turn, you know,
I'm waiting for the knife of
I'm gonna,
shame
like,
to come out.
I'm gonna play nice and just kind of stab the Beastmaster in the ankle a little bit with my pokey stick, because I've got my rapier. I'm just gonna stab him with that.
Hmm.
But I'm like, I have 2 people I could stab right now. You're
I love how
next.
there's an option of 2.
It's like you're coming. Your payback is coming at some point.
I love it.
And he's just like, oh, okay. But on his next turn,
Mhm.
Eden does what's probably a smart move there, but I also find myself being like, I'm a little concerned. Well, he opens his mouth and just kind of swallows Janai. Because at this point, he's like this massive tree thing. He doesn't actually, but the thing is, he's not really a person at this point. He's kind of a tree swamp thing.
Yeah.
So instead of like eating him, he like basically sticks him in the ground.
Because why not?
Yeah, but, but either way, it's one of those. But now Janai's down there with the black ooze, which means you had that coming.
Oh, I love it.
And meanwhile, we're still fighting Janai. We're fighting Zareem. I want to fight Zareem. This is why my brain's
You're fighting
doing this
someone.
thing.
You're fighting someone.
We're fighting the Beastmaster.
Yeah.
And takes us a bit, but we actually finally, we finally knock out the form after he put Pip in the ground. Have I mentioned Pip before? I feel like I have.
Is that the owlbear?
Yes, that's the owlbear.
Yes. Okay. I don't know who the
Absolutely
owlbear belongs
adorable.
to, but I know it's an owlbear.
It's Sky, Zareem. Not Zareem. Zuradar. We have two people with a Z name, and it's really confusing.
And I don't know whose character belongs to who.
Okay. Crit plays Janai,
Yeah.
which you know. Sky plays Zuradar. He is our tiefling. Which is basically
right,
like-
okay.
Tieflings are basically the same thing as Aasimars, except
I
instead
feel
of
like
being,
Sky
like-
isn't mentioned a lot.
yeah, instead of being like celestial or angelic parentage, it's like their parent's a demon.
Fair enough.
So similar but different, kind of like the opposite. So we've got Zuradar, who has Pip.
Mhm.
Then we have Zareem, who is Nitz's character.
Yep.
And then we have Lay, who is Ghost's character. And
Oh,
of course,
Lay
Jemima's
is
mine.
Ghost's character.
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
So Lay the turtle.
Okay.
Very. He's the turtle. The glutton. But while we're fighting Eden, he manages to stuff Pip underground with Janai.
Okay.
After like the one bit where Pip tried to bite him earlier,
Mhm.
and Eden just kind of looks at him, and Pip goes, "No, I'm good. I don't want to fight him." Because that's one thing druids could do, is druids are really close to animals.
Oh.
So don't just like toss an animal at a druid and expect them to be like, "I'm just going to let this animal bite me." It's like, no, we're going to talk to it.
Oh.
So, we finally take down Eden's form.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Janai and Pip are still missing, along with the black pudding.
Oh no.
Because they're still like 50 feet underground.
Oh, so they're not just buried near the surface, they're like...
Yeah,
Oh my life.
he stuck them all the way underground.
Oh. Honestly.
Because, you gotta be extra when you're a druid.
You just gotta be extra, full stop. Don't need to be a
Yes.
druid to be extra.
And, like, he changes back, and then, like, apparently because Lay turned him back with so much damage, he just knocked Eden straight out.
Oh.
Because, like, any damage that, like, he takes beyond what the form can handle, like, carries over to his regular self, so Lay just knocked him right out.
As you do.
And we're over there like, okay, this we won. We're done. Meanwhile, Zareem still has one intelligence. Decides,
Oh, so this is where it comes from.
yes,
Oh.
I'm gonna poke the unconscious man. And starts poking him.
Oh no.
Lay and I tackle him. He continues. I threatened to stab him. He continues. Meanwhile, Danny has rolled 2 dice. Both of them below a 10. Sky gets a little mad and runs over here and he's like, I want my owlbear back. Runs over to the unconscious man on the ground. Slaps him with a healing spell and goes, where's my owlbear? Real mad. And while all this is going on, Danny's like, yeah, I was rolling death saves. He failed twice.
Oh no!
I ain't happy. I stabbed Zareem. Zareem, instead of retaliating like he threatening to do, attacks Eden and knocks Eden back out.
Oh no!
Like
Never.
I tried to stab him. Eden grabs my hand and guides it so he helped me get the hit. Knocks Eden back out after sort of hits him, and Eden just kind of disintegrates. He turned into the dirt of the stadium.
What? How?
Wild shape.
Oh, of course.
Kicks Pip and Janai back to the surface. Reforms and just goes, give them the win, and passes out.
Oh.
And as we're preparing, the clerics show up and they're like, really, guys? And start healing people. And meanwhile, at the end, I forget exactly what it, Janai's been trying to get, his axe back to full strength.
Mm-hmm.
Which requires getting part of it back from inside Ivan. Very long story.
A story I need to hear at some point.
Okay, basically, the thing is, before Crit had the axe,
Yeah.
Ivan had it.
Oh, of course, because he was possessed at one point, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's still a bit in there. And it's, he wants that part back. Because it keeps taking over Ivan and making Ivan do stupid things.
Okay.
And also, he just wants that part of the axe back. Which, I don't blame him, but, dude.
Yeah.
There's smarter ways to do it. And he wants that back, so he ends up calling up Bob. So I'm guessing you remember.
Yep. I remember Bob vaguely.
He ends up calling Bob and being like, hey, how would you do this? And Bob's like, I wouldn't. Stop calling me. How did you get this number?
I think it says something when the god of death, god of slaughter, wouldn't do it.
Slaughter. He's like, I'm not doing this. I'm not trying. I'm not helping you. Please stop calling. And at the end of the session itself, we've gotten the call made and everything.
Mm.
Well, I got my revenge.
Good.
I got to stab Janai a little bit.
Only a little bit. Only a little bit.
I stabbed him. I forget if I feel like I missed. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna hit you back. So he tried hitting her back. Critical failed.
Oh no!
And then just hit himself through the face. And since he's undead, it's not gonna actually do anything weird there. He's just instead of being oh, this is gonna kill him, nah, he just kinda his face kind of breaks a little bit, and he's like, "Oh,
Whoops.
that's unfortunate."
Oh, my life.
That was the end of last week's session. So this week, spoilers for anyone who cares about watching the actual episode. If anyone's actually watching.
Oh, we've got 3 hiding away somewhere.
Nice. So this week's episode, we get back to the tournament area because we were in the arena, and then there's a big building itself that we sort of have between sessions. So we get back there, and the other party's back. They're fine. They're all healed up.
Yeah.
Eden comes up and he's like, "So what are you guys' plans for tonight? Next couple of days, whatever?" And they're like, "Oh, I don't know. We're kind of celebrating since we won our first match." He's like, "Okay. You guys staying in you're staying in a tavern or whatever?" So he's like, let's go have a party.
Okay.
So we're going out to the little tavern that we're staying at, and it wasn't a super wild, crazy event there. That it just kind of existed, had fun, chatted,
Yeah.
Zareem decided he wanted to get drunk.
Is he still at 1
Zareem,
charisma?
Thirdar. They fixed Zareem. They fixed Zareem at the end.
Oh,
Of
right,
session.
okay.
Thank God. Because he would have whined.
Yep.
But Zeradar wants to get drunk because last time we went there, Zeradar got himself a bottle of alcohol that when he uncorked it knocked out most of the people standing around him.
Because, why not?
And when Janai asked Bob about it, because Janai basically has a payphone to any god he feels like calling.
As you do.
It costs 25 gold pieces. It's a payphone.
Like an actual...
It's like a... I forget how many I think it may be just a minute's ritual or whatever, but it's a ritual spell that costs you have to sacrifice something that's equivalent to 25 gold pieces, so you don't even have to specify. You can just say I'm calling and take the 25 gold pieces out of your account. But yeah, it's a payphone. So he asked Bob about this, and Bob's like, "That's not alcohol. That is not safe for human consumption." We still don't know what it is. But whatever it is, Sky has several bottles of it, and it knocks people out, including himself sometimes.
Oh, no.
So he's like, "I want your second strongest thing." So he goes and gets himself drunk a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you do. And as we're doing this, Eden's checking in on the girl that was fighting Alice. She's a little out of it. She doesn't look too happy. She's apparently an Azamar, which we found out late. We found that out during Sky's fight with her, and she apparently tired herself out pretty much, and not feeling too happy, but okay, I'll live with it.
Yeah.
Sky unfortunately was not up to trying to flirt with her, which disappointed me greatly because I was like, "Dude, I will wingman for you." I will happily wingman for you. But the big thing that happened there was Janai being like, "Hey, I want to talk to Eden. I want Eden's help with trying to get that power source back." So
oh boy.
He ends up pulling Eden into basically his own mind.
Right.
And Eden's over here like,
wait,
"What
into
the heck have
Janai's
you done
mind?
to me?" What were you saying?
Into Jinai's mind?
Yes.
Right, okay.
It's like, what the heck have you done with me? Where am I? Why are we here? Not happy. Janai explains what's going on, and meanwhile, like, as they're having this chat, Danny's like, I need you to roll, like, I forget what it was. I think it was a wisdom check or something. Well, I think that nasty, evil, whatever, like, ice thing has started coming back. Because it got, like, really cold and creepy and things started dying. And Janai's just like, oh, that's not good. Like, Eden goes all angelly and kicks him out of his head. Like, just, they end up back in, like, the normal world. And we're just standing there like, what the heck happened? Because this is off to the side of the room and no one's nearby, and Janai's looking all cracked. And, like, literally, like, he looks like someone, like, shattered him like glass.
Oh boy.
So, that was an interesting little interlude, and Eden's like, don't do that again. Just leaves.
Quick question.
Yes.
Do we want to buy a rare seed from the travelling merchant?
I
1,000
think
gold.
those can only be planted in fall.
They can. Yeah.
So, like, maybe wait a little bit.
And see if it comes up
Because-
again in the next couple of seasons.
Yeah, I think they usually have a rare seed, if I remember correctly, like the traveling salesman.
That's fine.
So, like, we don't have a whole ton of money right now.
No, we need to work on getting a
And we
coop.
We also need to make sure to have money for planting season in summer.
Ah, yes. Which is in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yep, fair enough.
So, Eden leaves.
Mhm.
Cue one slightly sad halfling standing there going, you made my boo leave.
My boo.
She's not too entirely happy about all that.
Oh.
So, we've got a couple of days of downtime between fighting sessions. Usually because, like, they want to make sure that, like, people aren't tiring themselves out and so on. And it's like, you only have, like, a few competitors per day. So, it's like, okay, you had your match, then you get to wait a couple days, and then you get your next match.
That's fair enough.
So, we're waiting. We're having our downtime. I think it was Zuradar and Janai both were wanting to talk to Jonah and get some stuff done there.
Yeah.
Which, yay. I mean, it's their job, whatever. I was kind of bored. But then we have Zareem.
The wonderful, wonderful Zareem.
He's like, I want to see if I can find this primordial dude. The one that, like, we've run into a couple of times. The primordial dude, I don't know what exactly, like, I don't have a name for him yet. We need to grab him next time and be like, I need a name. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, your actual name, because, you know, in worlds like this, names have power.
Yeah,
Usually, like, especially if you're someone very ancient and powerful and you're like, I don't want to give you my name. It's like, you don't have to give me your actual name. Just give me something to call you.
Yeah.
So I'm not calling him the dude. So, primordial guy.
Mhm.
He has this bar that shows up if you look for it.
Right, okay.
So, Zareem looks for the bar, and he finds it. And said bar has the primordial dude in it, and he's willing to trade basically any of the magic items that he himself has for, you know, something else. It could be gold. It could be maybe something of equal value. Or he trades in souls.
Oh no! Oh no! Tell me he didn't!
His response is usually, I don't want your soul specifically in terms of like, I don't want the whole thing, but just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Dodgy.
Zareem walks into this place and goes, "What can I get for 6/7 of my soul?"
Either the primordial dude needs to come back with an insult and say something like very little.
The way that this is working is that, like, you have these things called hit die, which are equivalent to your character's level. So if you're level 7, you've got 7.
Okay.
When you take a short rest, which we don't usually end up taking short rests much, but if you take a short rest and you're injured, you can roll it'll be, your hit die will be like, say you have a D8. You have like 7 D8.
Yeah.
If you're injured, you can say, I'm gonna roll a D8, and that's how much hit points I get back. And you can roll a couple of them, and you'll get your hit points back according to how much you rolled.
Okay.
And it's sort of a healing regenerative system. The thing is, the way that this guy deals in souls is he takes some of your hit dice.
Oh boy. Okay.
Zareem has 7 hit dice. Or at least he had 7.
So he's left with 1 hit dice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy!
Exactly. So he walks in there, he's like, I'm gonna give you 6/7 of my soul for something magical.
Okay.
Our DM's not happy with this.
Funnily enough, I can't imagine why.
Here. He's like, I was not planning for this. I didn't have this set up.
Oh no. Do you know what? I feel so sorry for your DM sometimes.
He, like, okay, just saying. We have one of the guys in our group who doesn't actually record with us. He sits in once in a while with us, like he doesn't record D&D with us, but he does other things. He's 18. We've talked with him about, like, hey, we have an open space in our team. You should join us. And he's like, no, because role-playing is cringy.
Oh,
and
fight me.
Here, like,
actually, like, fight me.
Like, you're 18 years old and you don't understand anything. It's like, you guys sound stupid and it's cringy. And I'm like, dude, actual child.
Roleplay's been my life for the past, what?
I know, right?
7 years or more.
Like, I've been doing this in text form since, like, 2010. Actually, I have been role-playing in text form longer than that. It's been since, like, 2004.
Oh, man.
Because when I was in high school, I had a bunch of friends that we had notebooks.
Really?
Actual physical notebooks. I can find them. They are in my room. And we would, like, pass each other in the hallway and pass off the notebook.
That is genius.
It was, like, script format. But we'd do these massive role-playing stuff. It was so much fun.
Role-playing's always so much fun, though. I think I've been
really
role-playing since I was 12, 13?
Yeah, like, I was 14 when I got started.
It's just a great thing to get into in your teenage years, I think.
It's so nice. It's so fun.
You meet so many people as well through roleplay. It's unreal.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, continue.
He was listening in on us this past session, and he was like, it's interesting listening to this going on, because I watched your DM go from being extremely gung-ho and cheerful and excited and wahahaha, I'm going to kill the PCs,
Yeah.
to being, as our friend put it, soulless. He got done with this session yesterday and he was just like literally he gets on and he's like, I can't do like, you know, other recording tonight. Ghost, I need you to put up the Pixelmon server and I just need to like build.
Oh, the poor lad.
He was so wrung out. I felt so bad for him.
Oh.
So he went and he found like he had Nitz roll on the like do like he had Nitz roll a D100 and figured out what items these were on a table of magic items. And he ended up basically grabbing a hold of Nitz and going, I need you to like will you please agree to reroll one of these rolls? Because one of the rolls was, as our DM described it, a black belt with a like lightning bolt insignia on it. And the minute he said that like it was this belt, and the minute he said a lightning bolt, I went, oh no. Because that's a bolt, that's a belt of belt of thunder giant strength.
Oh no.
A belt of thunder giant strength sets your strength until you take it off permanently. Like, permanently until you take it off. Like, it sets your strength stat to 29.
Oh. Oof.
Like, the highest you normally can get to through, like, normal means is 20.
That's ooh.
Like, so Danny was like, please re-roll this. Which I don't blame him. And Nitz being surprisingly not being a horrible person this time, said, fine, I will re-roll. The reason Danny was so freaked out about this was the fact that his character Tay has this belt. He got it recently in a specific module they ran.
Right.
And he has stopped playing Tay most of the time. Because Tay is no longer fun to play.
Tay is Eden's brother, isn't he?
Yes. Tay just wins now.
Ah!
And it's not fun. Like, there's no challenge, there's no competition. It's just, well, dang, Tay's
done it again.
Overpowered and can do whatever he wants, and he's basically a god.
Oh boy.
And after the session, like, Crit basically grabbed a hold of us and said, you know, if you had gone with that belt, I would have basically said, okay, that's it, that's the end of the series. Because you're essentially a god now.
Oof.
Which...
You don't blame him though, do you?
Yeah, like... Good grief, like, I was glad that he didn't pick that one. He picked a thing called a Staff of Power, which is also ludicrously powerful for the spot we're at right now, but it's more Zarene's style of, like, lets him cast multiple different spells. He now has Fireball, which I am terrified of. Do we need cauliflower?
No, golden parsnips if you've got any, but...
No, I don't have any parsnips.
Okay. I'm just having a look at what's in my box. I think we've got most of the spring crops, so we should be alright.
Oh. I think the spring crops are done.
Cool. Well, we've got 2 days, including today.
Yeah.
Got 200 wood in the chest, saving up for...
I've got like 99.
Oh, nice.
Or not 99. 999.
Oh.
I've got a full stack, so don't worry about wood.
Oh. Well, dang. You could have said something. Okay then.
I tend to hoard it. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I just genuinely had no idea. Okay. Well, that solves the coop problem. We just need money for the coop.
Yep. And we need money for seeds, so...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So is it worth, like, spending the day fishing? Seeing if we can get some quick cash?
You can do that. I'm seeing what I can forage and everything, and then... Okay, no spring onions today.
Dang.
Well, I can get my... I need to get my fishing skill up anyway, so I can get my...
Yeah, I think I need
my
to
line
as
and go
well.
fish.
Yeah, considering my fishing skill is at 0, yes.
I have a 1.
Nice.
Like, yeah. He gets this really powerful staff,
Yeah.
and Danny dies a little bit.
As Danny does.
Yes, I felt so bad for him. So, after this, like, while this was going on, I'm sitting there having sort of an existential crisis of all of my plans have failed today.
Right. Are these the plans I think they are?
The plans that I'd had were that I was like, okay, you know, we had this really bad fight, and what had happened the last time we had a fight, like the last time we had combat rounds, was the people that got hurt ended up in the infirmary. So I was thinking, hey, Ian's gonna be in the infirmary, I'm gonna go visit him. Except, no, they patched us up on the field and we're fine. So that entire, plot that I'd had, that I'd written out, sketched for, etc., all in the trash.
Oh.
I was feeling a little bad. And it's like, okay, fine, I'll find something else to do. But I couldn't, being around the guys was making me anxious. Because, I can't find myself talking to them as easily as I can to girls.
That's just guys, though, if you ask me.
I know, it's like, I'm constantly am I gonna embarrass them? Like, they don't really
go
seem
overboard like we do.
Yeah, and the thing is, I was talking about this to my sister, it's, you walk up to a girl who has an OC and you go, hey, my OC likes yours.
Yeah.
You want a ship?
Yeah.
And they're going to probably be like, sure, I like yours too. Or at least not, look at you like you grew a third eye.
Yeah. Shipping isn't really a thing with lads, is it?
No, guys tend to be a little bit on the weird side about it. It's sort of either they look at it as a girl thing, or they don't want to do it at all, or there's just this kind of why are you so interested in this, etc. And it's
hyperfixations.
It's embarrassing to be like, hey, my character really likes yours. Especially when you're someone like me who's never actually dated, so you don't really have a basis for real world stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here I really want to talk to Eden, but first of all, we're not really having a private conversation. It's a party. Everyone's kind of sitting around there and, having fun.
Yeah.
Some of them are drinking. Jemima's having tea.
Gotta love the tea.
Yep. Strong and sweet the way she likes her men.
You just can't resist it, can you?
No.
Oh, Miles has said as well, I think in response to me saying that, like, you just can't get along with men quite the same, he's just said, wow, rude. Hey,
Well,
dude.
there is a distinct difference in the way that, like, you interact with guys and girls.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, it's a shame.
It is a shame. Like, I think it's because, like, there's kind of this sort of guys aren't supposed to be interested in relationships or feelings or whatever, so
Or get
they
super invested in stuff that isn't
yeah.
macho, if that makes sense.
So there's kind of this, even the good dudes out there, like, still have to fight against that predilection. And it's also like, these guys, I have a hard time getting a word in edgewise sometimes. Cause, like, they're loud, they've got big voices, they don't lull the conversation enough for me to get, like, a chance to speak. Because they, like, their attitude is, oh, you want to talk, just talk over us. And I'm like, I am a tiny girl with a very tiny little soprano voice, and you can't hear me when I talk. I've tried. Like, I've tried talking over you, and you guys ignore the heck out of me. So, you know, I don't really want to try talking over top of you. I want to wait until there's a lull.
I feel that.
I was having a rough day, and during that whole session with, I'm gonna sell my soul like an idiot, I may have been crying a touch.
Oh, no.
Not hard, but it's just...
Not enough to break the session.
Yeah. Some tears. And I'm a little bit, you know, bummed about the whole thing. I'm like, you know... I was realizing, you know, like, at first I was sitting there like, I'm sad, I really wanted this to go well, and I had plans, and then all the guys just broke them. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, you stupid... you stupid girl who's sitting here crying over something when you haven't even tried. I had, in the back of my head for the last several weeks, this idea that I had never thought I'd actually do.
Right.
I'd been like, okay, we're having this tournament, and I knew that Eden and company were going to be there. And I was figuring, hey, we'll see them before the contest starts or whatever, and I'll have a chance to talk to him, but then we didn't, and I thought, well, maybe I'll have a chance to talk to him, like, you know, I was figuring, you know, oh, we'll have a chance to talk to him, like, after the session and everything, but then it was like, I'd forgotten about it, and I figured, you know, oh, we're, like, they might be out of the competition, so I just kind of forgot about it. Well, I'd asked Eden during, you know, the downtime section, you know, are you guys out of the competition? And he's like, no, it's a double elimination. So, just because we won against them one time does not mean they're out of the competition entirely.
Okay.
So, I was like, oh, that's good. And as all this is going on with Nits, I'm sitting there going, wait a minute. I had an idea weeks ago. I should do this. Like, you know, I should just go for it.
I'm glad you need to go for it more, honestly.
I know literally everyone keeps telling me this, and I'm still, like, so nervous about it. But, I was like, okay, fine. I'm gonna go for it. I'm going to try this. So, you know, I'm sitting there waiting for the chance, like, waiting for Danny to be like, hey, does anyone have anything else they want to do before we get to the planning phase? And I'm like, yes. I want to see if I can find Eden.
Okay.
And he's like, okay. I need you to roll me a perception check. Which is a d20 with the modifier of your perception skill, which I don't have a great modifier, but because I'm a bard, it's higher than it normally would be. Like, it's not a 0. because bards get like a bonus to everything at all times. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, we'll let's try this. So I rolled my perception roll.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
As you do.
As you do. And Danny's just like, oh, you see him like a mile away.
In some senses, I hope it was a literal mile. Cause, like...
Well, the thing is, like, it's the middle of a crowd, too. Like, you get this little teensy tiny short halfling, and it's like...
Dude's tall,
radar.
though!
He's over 6 foot. He's well over 6 foot. Like, I'd say he's somewhere like 6'5".
Oh.
He's taller than Ivan.
Wait,
Like,
he's taller than Ivan?
yeah. I think because of the whole, like, demigod thing.
Hmm.
Because Ivan is not an Aasimar.
Yeah.
So this is... Ivan's basically like Eden if he wasn't an Aasimar. From what I can tell.
Yeah. Yeah, full barbarian Ivan, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
And... you know, we're sitting there like, okay, like... I found him. So I kind of get up there and I'm like, hey, I have something I need to give you.
Okay.
So Jemima pulls out don't forget it's like 12:20.
I'm running, don't worry.
Jemima pulls out a handkerchief. And it's one that, like, I actually kind of mentioned this, that it's one that's like embroidered by her sisters, and it's got like little
Aw.
flowers around it. Like, it's a really special little handkerchief to her. And she's like, she hands this out to Eden, and she's like, I need you to carry this in the competition.
Not I want you to, I need you to.
Yeah. It's like, I
Aw.
need you to carry this in the competition. She's like, I have, like, I know that the healers are really, really good, and they're really careful and everything, but I have watched 5 of my friends die over the last month, including Eden.
Poor girl can't handle it anymore.
And she's like, I need some reassurance that you're going to come back after this. So I want you to carry this with you, and I want you to bring it back at the end of the competition.
Just got the bee house crafting recipe. Do you know how happy that makes me?
And Eden, to his credit, instead of going, why are you giving this to me, or why do you want this, or whatever, just goes, okay.
Aww.
And take the handkerchief.
So sweet.
I know! And
Aww. Soft boy is soft.
like, he's totally down with it. And I'm over here like, you know, we need to catch up sometime. He's like, well, we can do that, you know, after the competition or whatever, because, like, it's like, I need to go catch up with my team and, you know, talk strategy. And... But there's definitely the, like, I will see you later
Hey.
moment. And, you know, Jemima's kind of dying a little bit of, like,
Oh, well, of course. Of course.
He talked to me! And the best part of all this that I noticed during, like, me fumbling around and flailing and just being like, I don't know how to get across words that express that I really like you, but I don't want to say it in like, those words, and... Meanwhile, during all of this embarrassment, I look into the chat, and during the last session, I think largely because I had reminded Crit that he had a saxophone.
Oh no!
Like, during the last session when he was fighting Eden, and he was, like, trapped underground, he just started horsing around, and he made a, like, he made a attack macro thing, like the way that Roll20 works when you're using them, instead of just saying, like, in real life, oh, I'm going to attack, and then rolling your dice. You press, like, there's, like, a list of, like, attacks that you have on your character sheet, and you click the one that you want to use, and it does that.
Cool.
And he made an attack macro for his saxophone.
Oh no.
And it started off just doing, like, you know, a little tiny bit of damage, and then, like, by the end, it was, like, doing, like, 4 digits worth of damage. Just because he's having a ridiculous time with all of this. And as I'm sitting there talking to Eden, and I look in the chat, I just see saxophone pop up. And also, during this session, during all of this, I find my, like, sorry, got the hiccups here.
Don't worry about it.
It's like acid reflux burps, I'm sorry. Just during all this, during this section of talking with Danny, or Eden, I hear, I think it was 2 voices. I know one of them was Danny, going, I'm dying over here. Like, I'm actually dying.
Oh,
but it's like, I'm not embarrassed. I'm just like, it's like there's this little part of me that's like, I'm a little bit embarrassed, but at the same time, I'm too happy that this is going okay.
I know, because, like, you wouldn't expect it to come from Danny, considering how unsure you've been that...
Yeah, like, well, the thing is, when I asked Crit to kind of intercede for me, and I was like, I don't know if Danny's okay with this or whatever, and he's like, do you want me to just ask him if if Jemima's crush is okay? And I'm like, yeah. And he did, and he comes back and he's like, he says yeah. Aww. But the thing is, I couldn't tell whether it was it is okay for your character to find mine attractive, but
don't act
I'm
on
not
it.
going, yeah. Or whether this was go ahead with your character having feelings and acting upon them. Because it's kind of hard to tell which is you know, which one's going to be the outcome without having to go and ask. And I'm sitting there like, I literally can't ask him. It's like I can talk to him about a dozen other things, but like the minute it's like Eden, I'm just this tiny little ball of embarrassment.
I wonder why.
He's cute and he's sweet and Jemima loves him, and like she's not gonna use the word love for like a long time, I'm sure, because like small headcanon that like pretty much all of her sisters basically got married pretty young. And it's not so much that like their marriages are like super unhappy or something, but there's kind of this, you know, she doesn't want to rush into things and she wants to make sure that like this is an actual genuine feeling.
Fair
and
enough.
not just, you know, a crush. And like I really would be totally 100% fine with taking the whole relationship idea extremely slow. Because like that's what I'd be comfortable with. Like, and I'm pretty sure that's probably what Danny would be comfortable with.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
I'm just sitting here like, he talked to me and he liked me.
Oh.
And at the end of the session, even like after we finished recording, Crit kind of grabs me and goes, nice use of tropes back there. And I'm like, oh, you mean that? And he's like, yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Like, I'm so glad he actually picked up on that it wasn't just, you know, I don't know where you're going with this. There's like, oh, I understand what that was. Because that was kind of my point. My idea was like I'd been sitting there going, how do I
make sure he understands?
Yeah, like is there a way to kind of
tell him without telling him?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, sort of express emotions without having to, like, speak it. And I'd been, like, looking through TV tropes like, back in the beginning of January.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'd run across, yet again, the whole, like, ladies' favor idea from, like, the Middle Ages.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea was, the girl giving the guy, like, usually her knight, giving, like, a knight some kind of trinket that he'd carry with him into battle
Mm-hmm.
as a way of saying, hey, this girl likes me, and I like her back. And I was like, that's a really cute idea. And it's nice and subtle.
It is. Yeah. It's very
It's
sweet.
like, I'm like, this. It's kind of a, like, I'm fighting for her. I'm going to bring this back to her. It's just, it's one of my favorite little, like, cute romance tropes.
Mm.
And I just was like, I don't know if they're gonna pick up on this because, I mean, they're guys, and
What are subtleties?
a lot of guys that I've met are kind of about as subtle as a bulldozer. And there's that sort of tendency to, like, turn up your nose at, like, squishy, girly, romancy things.
Yep.
I was like, I don't know if they're gonna get that. I didn't realize. Like, this is something that, like, when I realized now, like, because Crit brought this up, the way that they knew what this trope was is from freaking Shrek.
Of course! Why would it be anything else?
I'm like, I watched, like, half of that movie, like, 10 years ago. I don't know Shrek.
Oh, it's
Like,
just.
it never really appealed to me.
Oh.
But, like, I managed to communicate something in, like, I guess you could say almost like a meme shorthand.
I was gonna say, essentially, it's meme culture you've just put into D&D.
Yeah, it's like they picked up on it because, like, they understood this from Shrek, and I'm like, okay, I'll go with that. Like, if it gets my girl her happy ending, like, I'm gonna go with that.
Oh, that just made the best thing totally hilarious.
I was like, I'm so happy that this is going well.
I'm so am I.
Like,
I'm so happy for you finally getting somewhere with it.
I've been like, I have been sitting on, like, conversations with Eden since, like, October.
It's
Like,
brutal in real life D&D, isn't it?
No. And it's like, because, like, it takes so long to get stuff done and everything, and then, like, you're just kind of like, is it ever gonna happen? And you start getting discouraged and depressed.
So a slow relationship would be very, very, very slow.
Yeah, like, I don't remember if I mentioned this to you, like, the idea that I know Danny's not gonna want to have Eden around, like, with us a lot, because you kind of don't want to have, like, your like, the DM having a character that's with you constantly, because, like, it can, especially when someone who's, like, very powerful like Eden is, it can kind of create sort of like a conflict of interests.
Yeah.
So, like, he's not gonna have Eden hanging around with us, and I'm expecting that. That doesn't bother me.
Fair enough.
Jemima, I think, kind of gathers that, like, I haven't asked, like, specifically said this, but I kind of get the feeling that Eden's kind of a doesn't really want to be tied down type of person, or doesn't want to like feel trapped. Like he likes to move around, and go places, and do stuff, and
Right, okay.
can't really get rid of the adventurer brain set. And I'm okay with that too. But I was thinking another really frickin' cute trope that I could pull out.
I love you and your
And
trope.
it would be something that I'd have to like run past Eden in game, or maybe even Danny out of game.
Mm.
But the idea of having them writing letters.
Oh. Oh.
That like Jemima like writes him letters saying like, "Hey, this is what's going on with our party," and you know he can write her something back about what's going on with him. And I'm like, the way that I'm looking at this is like, you wouldn't have to act this out. You wouldn't have to write me a full letter, but I have a way to make this part of the game. At the end of each letter, ask a question of the other person.
Right.
So, like, say you end with like, "Oh, hey, here's what's happened in my life. What's your favorite color?" "Mine is purple." And then, like, the next week or whenever Eden writes back, it's, "Here's the answer to your question. Here's a question for you."
So very
like,
slowly getting to know each other, essentially.
Yeah. So, like, they're writing back and doing like little questions back and forth. Like, that could be a really neat little, role-playing thing that kind of...
And cute.
Yeah, like, it's really sweet, and like, you don't have to write the actual letters. You don't have to worry about them being like gushy or anything. But just, getting to know the other characters. Like, and part of the reason that I was thinking about this idea in the first place was the fact that, like, Danny watches another D&D series online that I've seen a bit of it. It's a good series. It's fun. I haven't watched a lot of it, but it's a good series. But there's a couple of characters in it that I'm kind of like, I kind of ship it.
Okay.
But did I fall asleep in my... Did one of us fall asleep outside?
It was you, I think.
No, it wasn't, because I was inside my house and I was in my bed, and apparently it didn't register that I was sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Somehow. I don't think you lose money that way, though.
If you were in your house, hopefully not.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go and grab a Coke real quick because I'm dying for a drink.
Go ahead.
See you in a minute. Ow, ow, ow. I return with 2 cans of Coke because I'm a gutsy pig.
Well, okay, the series that Danny likes is called The Unexpectables.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the characters in it is this big, gruff half-orc guy. I think he's a half-orc, he might be a full orc. I don't remember.
I feel like you've mentioned this to me before,
His name's Borky. Borky is absolutely adorable, and he's probably my favorite character so far, because he is boisterous and overzealous and just crazy. I love him. He's he is like adorably ridiculous.
Hmm.
And during one of the early episodes, a couple of the guys couldn't make it for a session. So they brought in a couple more people to play characters as sort of a one-off thing.
Right.
And one of them was this little teensy tiny gnome druid. But I think her name's Willow. I don't remember. I think it is. I have to double check. I think it's Willow. Let me. Yeah, it's Willow. And she's this absolutely adorable little druid. She's like really sweet, really cute, really like, and her and Borky just absolutely hit it off. And he's like, he spends his time every single, like every chance he gets, he's just like, isn't she adorable? Isn't she adorable? And she loves being around him. And like when she leaves the game, like when they're like, okay, we have to part and go our separate ways, and she's like, here, this like little signet ring or whatever, like if you seal your, like if you write me letters and you seal it with this, it will get to me. And they write letters back and forth for a large portion of the story.
Oh.
And I was sitting here like, I don't know if Danny would be up for this, but
Be worth asking.
I know he likes the Unexpectables. And I know he'd get where I'm going with this.
Hmm.
So if I was like, hey, why don't we write letters back and forth? I'm guessing he'd probably be somewhat okay with that. Like, if I'm like, if I sort of mention it, hey, you know, like Borky and Willow, I bet he'd get that.
He definitely would if you brought up names.
Yes. Like, I still need to finish watching the series because I'm only on like episode like 7 out of like 60 something.
Ooh.
They're really good, but I get like super anxious about watching things sometimes. Like, I just get this point where my brain's like, ah! And like I just can't continue with stuff because like I get really anxious about it, and it's like I don't even know why I'm anxious or what I'm anxious about. I'm just anxious.
I wonder if it's because you're enjoying it so much that you know it'll come to an end at some point.
I think it might be, and it might partially be that like, you know, I'm anxious that like I'm not going to like something, or like it's kind of the same. It's honestly the same feeling I got with like Thunderbirds after a while, where it's like I really wanted to see it, but I was so scared that like something was going to upset me that I just kind of,
After that one episode.
yeah, I just kind of pushed everything away. And it's like it's entirely like a false feeling, but it makes me anxious.
Fair enough.
You're just gliding across the floor there.
I'm in the middle of a cutscene, apparently.
Yeah, I know. It
I
pulled
don't
me
know
in
who
there, too.
for.
Oh, hi! I'm now in the store.
You're in my cutscene. Oh, it's Morris. Oh boy.
Gonna go walking around here and making things awkward for you.
He's like standing just at the bottom of the carpet if you want to walk through him.
Here?
Yep, yep, that's perfect. Oh. Now he's in front of the bag.
Hi, sir. I'm cooler than you.
Oh.
There you are.
Question. Do we want to get backpacks? Or do we want to wait?
Let's wait on that. until we've got like a harvest coming in.
Okay. Okay. I'm not sure I've got enough room in my backpack for this.
I can buy some things if you need me to.
Okay. I'm just trying to think.
What kind of flowers does Elliot like this season?
He likes, let's have a look. Spangles, I think. I mean, we'll grow one of everything anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty
I
sure
might
it's
want to get like a couple spangle seeds if that's.
Yeah, go for it.
Maybe we should like. Okay. Here we go. I can come back and get more if I need them.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at what we need for...
Blueberry seeds are really, really good for harvesting.
Yeah, they are. I think
those give a lot of profit.
Tree. Tomato, hot pepper, melons, and then it's... Melons for quality crops. Okay. I think if we get one of everything to start... and then we focus on melons and blueberries afterwards.
Okay.
Like, I think that would make sense. Because then we've got all of our...
Let's see what it's like. Let's see what we have left over after we buy one of everything.
Okay. But have I got space for...
Do you need me to... Like, I don't think we need sunflower seeds.
We do for one of the bundles. I think, is it the dye bundle, maybe?
Okay.
I can't access it at the moment.
I can buy one of everything if you need me to. I've got plenty of space in my bag.
I've got 5 spaces, so I can...
I've got an entire row.
Oh, nice! Do you want to grab one of everything?
I did not mean to sell that crap.
What did you sell?
The spangle seeds I just bought.
Oh no! But if you want to buy one of everything, tell me where you got to.
I've got the spangle seeds. Do we need to buy one for both of us? Or just
it's
one?
It's entirely up to you. Because I mean,
I'll buy just one.
Yeah.
Of everything.
One of everything covers our bundles in the community centre.
Okay.
That's
what we have after one of everything.
Well,
do you want to get some more? Do you want to get some more melon seeds and blueberry seeds?
Definitely, yeah. Just thinking, how many are we gonna need? Because I've got. Did I do a 5x5 section? I don't know. What's that put us at?
That's... I got like 18 and 19 blueberry and melon seeds. What else do we want? Corn is good because it lasts multiple seasons.
Yeah, it does. Oh, the peppers continue to reproduce as well.
I think so, yeah.
And the tomatoes.
Yeah.
Is it only the melons and wheat that... Hang on.
I think so.
Hang on. Oh, I can't check. Dang it. I have a funny feeling that for the Marnie's bundle on the bulletin board, you need 10 wheat.
I think you do. I can get a bunch of wheat.
Yeah, if we...
Wheat is super cheap.
Yeah. I find it hilarious watching our money go down. And yet Pierre's walking into his house in the top right.
Well, let's stop there.
Okay.
So we gotta plant things.
I'm just gonna go dump stuff in the community centre and then I'll meet you back on the farm.
Okay. See, this is the difference with playing with Crit because he has like a spreadsheet of what he wants to plant.
Fair enough.
You're just kind of like, okay, dude. Like,
Like, I have a vague idea of what I want doing. I'm just not mad if it doesn't get done.
okay. I need a place to put these plants that you can plant yours.
Stick them in the green chest by my house.
Okay.
I've also just realised I've got a mallet I can sell to the Adventurers Guild.
Okay. That should be everything. I split it up so like I have. Oh, hang on. I think I screwed up the poppy seeds there. Or spangle seeds. Yeah, I did. Okay. There we go.
Cool.
We're probably gonna have to plant tomorrow.
I'm on my way now, so. I
need to
watered
get
everything this morning ahead of time.
I desperately need to get a better axe.
Mm.
Cause like there's so many like stumps down here that I can't plant around.
Feel like there's a lot we need to do and we're not doing it very quickly.
Oh crap, I forgot to darn it, I forgot to do that. Do that with the rest of them. The fertilizer. So corn didn't get fertilized.
I don't think I've put any fertilizer down. Speed grow. That'll be because I haven't got a recipe for fertilizer.
I do. I might be able to. Oh, dang it.
What? Run out of water?
No, running out of energy.
Oh no.
Because remember, I didn't sleep right last night.
I should be able to come down and give a hand in a sec. Oh, maybe not this time of night.
It's okay. It's okay.
Cool.
You worry about yours. I'm getting mine done. You know, it's so nice to have someone I can gush about things with.
I think you've always been able to gush about things with me, haven't you?
I know, but like the whole Eden thing, I get nervous.
I know. I do agree though. It is nice to have someone to gush with.
Done.
Same. I've just finished. Right. I need to think about what to do tomorrow.
I'll take care of our crops for one thing.
So I feel like the thing is we're both homebodies quite a bit. So like for me to have to go out and do the fishing is a bit strange. Oh. I'm in bed.
Yay!
Because I mean I think I got us down to level 55 in the mines now.
We didn't ship a single thing yesterday.
Oh dang it, didn't we? Whoops.
It's okay. I think I made a bit of a mess of planting the blueberries, but oh well.
The other things will grow out soon enough, won't they? And then we can move things around.
Oh, no, it's that they're, like, next to a stump that I can't get rid of.
Oh.
And like there's one in like oh no, I think the blueberries might actually be ones that you can walk over.
Yeah. I think it's just the like the starter ones, like the grape starters and stuff like that. You can't walk over. Because I've put my hops in the top left corner because I can't walk through that.
Would you hate it horribly if I got some more blueberries?
Definitely not. Because I mean, the more we can grow, the more money we'll make. So.
I have room for 7 more.
Nice. I think I've still got some corn left to plant in my box. Oh, no. 19 wheat. I'm not going to plant all of those. Oh, or should I? 4 days.
Ah, sweet! 500 gold from Grandpa.
Oh, nice. I need a hoe. I need a hoe.
Oh, I forgot to. Because like I was mentioning, our one friend commenting on like, you know, how Danny went from being like so gung ho to being like soulless.
Mm.
Like he was also commenting about like some of the other people in the group, and I forget what exactly everything was, but like I forget who it was that asked, but I have this feeling it was like maybe Sky was going, oh, what about Dawn? 'Cause that's my screen name with them. And he's like, I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't have my headphones on, or I didn't have, I was muted during that bit.
Hmm.
And Crit goes, like, Crit says something from, like, off, like, he was off in another room and he had his headphones on. But he said something from the other room and I couldn't tell what he said. And I was like, what did you say? And he's like, Dawn was thirsty.
Oh, Lewis caught you.
I don't care.
Oh.
But it was just that moment of like, I mean, I'm not gonna deny it.
You were called out, and you were called out hard.
Like, I mean, I'm not denying it.
Oh, honestly.
Oh, do you have starfruit seeds?
Hmm?
Starfruit.
I haven't got any.
From the museum?
Oh, okay.
Get the museum rewards. There's starfruit seeds there.
Nice. I was just
You have
about
to
to come and
plant them in
donate
summer.
something anyway.
You have to plant them in summer.
Oh, nice. How many does it give you?
I think it gives you 1, but it takes 13 days to mature, so you want to get it planted as quick as possible.
Ah, see, I've got a singing stone. I haven't got any starfruit seeds.
It's weird, I've got one.
Huh. Okay.
I don't know.
Elliot! 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 Hello, Elliot.
Where is he?
Just passing the top of the sewer, heading towards Cindersnap. I think. Yeah.
Elliot, come here.
He here.
You probably don't like these, but I'm gonna give them to you
Oh,
anyway.
he doesn't.
No, you liked him.
Did he?
So this is for me, marvelous. So.
Nice. I thought he didn't like foraged items.
Still only 1 heart.
I think you're doing better than me with Shane. Yeah, I don't have any hearts with Shane. Oh.
He likes pizza.
And beer.
Yep.
Beer is the easiest way to do it. I don't know why, but the singing stone is one of my favourite decorations. Like,
Crit always just go up to it and like click it repeatedly until like everyone got mad at him.
that's what I do. Oh.
Ding 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 ding.
Okay.
Oh yes, I need to get ores for Clint.
Ooh.
But fun thing is, I think you can take them out of your. You want to take them out of your chest? No. It used to be you could game the system by like storing them in a chest and taking them out.
Mm.
And it's not working.
I'm just gonna go and see. Willie sent me a letter this morning to say that there were new fishing rod. There was a new fishing rod in the shop.
Yep, there should be.
So I'm just gonna go and see how much it is. And see how much I need to save up. Because obviously we want to save up for tools and backpacks, don't we?
Yep. I'm still in such a like happy little spot right now.
You
It's
haven't
so
got
dumb.
your hoe on you, have you?
What?
Have you got your hoe on you?
Yeah, I do.
There's some worms down on the beach.
Ah. She'll have to go take care of those.
Hello, Sam. I clicked on Sam once, he said hello. I clicked on him twice, he says goodbye. Fiberglass rod, 1800. Which I don't think is worth getting until we've got our backpacks at least.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe some other tools.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like our biggest goal should be a chicken coop though.
Yeah, chicken coops are important. I think we need to get an axe first. Like, someone needs to get an upgraded axe so we can get some of the stumps out.
True. Because do you need just a steel axe for that?
I think it's steel, yeah. But
So we need to get
they
a copper
can be
one
kind
first.
of expensive. Yeah, I've got plenty of copper. I just need
Who's
to
the
have
money?
the money.
That's the issue. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm fishing.
Fair enough. I'm out of energy, so I'm just running around foraging. Oh, summer foraging. What am I doing? But I mean, if we got the chicken coop first, because I think we can do that on normal axes, then we get a steadier income, so we then be able to get the upgrades quicker.
Yeah.
Because I think we're only 70 odd wood off. No, we're not even.
Wait.
We've got plenty of wood. I
got
need to stop
plenty of
worrying
wood.
about wood. It's quite literally just the money then.
Yep. And the space.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, the bathhouse will open up soon, won't it?
Oh yeah.
A couple of days, I think.
I am not finding a single fish.
Really?
I have fished up entirely junk. Finally.
we actually got bats in our bat cave yet? Or mushrooms? I know we haven't got mushrooms, obviously, but
I don't know. Did we even? We haven't gotten the event yet, have we?
I don't think so. I
No, I
keep
don't think we
checking
have.
like the bat cave, see if there's fruit there every couple of days, and there's nothing. And I'm like, hang on a minute.
I don't think we've actually had the event yet.
I don't think we have. No.
Well, now I know that Elliot actually likes the sweet peas.
What's the other one that needs to go into forage? Spiceberry, sweet pea, and oh, it's a grape. Grapes are on the bushes, aren't they?
You can grow grapes in fall, but they do show up on the ground every so often in summer.
Hmm.
I've got everything else.
I found spiceberries and sweet peas.
Do you mind if I sell the ones that I have?
No, that's fine.
Because we need anything we've got. I got no fish.
I need that. I've just put a coral and a rainbow shell in there.
Oh hey, any money is money. Ah. Long day of farming.
It's ridiculous.
There we go.
Ooh.
That's the bathhouse being opened.
Nice. Ooh. Level 3 foraging, I've got the tapper recipe.
Yay!
So we could make use of that.
I got level 5
Nice.
a little ways back. So that means I get like double items when I pick things up.
Oh, nice. Oh, it's recipe rerun day.
Yep.
Lewis lost his shorts.
Gee, I wonder where they were left.
Who knows? Maybe we'll never find them. I can't remember if Marnie likes quartz.
I don't know.
I hope she does.
What she likes.
It's not like I've got diamonds to give her at the minute. Oh no, I'm out of water. Oh no.
Oh, time to forage.
Nice. You know, I think you're more of a homebody than I am.
Like, it's kind of gotten this way. But like every time I play games with the guys, cause like we do like a lot of games that are like have like survival or crafting elements and stuff to them, and it ends up being like, you know, they're wanting to go off and do like all these like adventurous stuff, and I'm like, I'll sit home and make the base. Because that kind of stuff's boring and they don't want to put that on screen.
Yeah.
So it's
But
like,
it still
I'm
needs to
happy
be done.
like, I'm happy to be like, you know, designing the base or, you know, doing that kind of stuff.
Fair enough.
Being the ship's medic.
Oh, I do have a starfruit seed in my chest, apparently. I don't know
Plant
where
it.
that's come from, but I do.
Go plant it.
I'm a planet. And the other 9 watermelon seeds I apparently missed as well.
Yeah, we forgot those two. I need to do those. Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. Just gonna start a whole, you know, yawning marathon again. Every odd episode we start a yawning marathon.
In some ways... there we go. I think it's like, for some reason, like, the yawning actually, for me, like, it isn't so much that I'm tired. It's the same sort of thing, like, if you sing a lot,
Yeah.
you start to yawn. Because you're opening, like, yeah, like, if you're doing, like, a lot of singing, it can make you yawn, like, while you're practicing or whatever, because it's, like, opening your airways.
This is news to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad taught singing lessons for ages.
Gosh.
Picked up things. Even if he's a butt.
No, I mean, I never knew that because, I mean, I sing a fair bit, but I've never struggled with that.
It's something that, like, it doesn't happen all the time, but it can, like, you start, like, opening up your airways to sing, and it can sometimes result in yawns because you're needing more oxygen.
Fair enough.
Because I've had that problem sometimes, so, like, talking a lot can sometimes make you yawny. Because I'm talking too much.
And then there's us just sitting and giggling for an hour straight over D&D.
I love my D&D sessions, even if one person in them is
But I said it. It's my stream. I can say it.
It's one of those. There's words I'd like to say, but I can't because there's preschool toys present. And also, I don't say those words.
Not out loud. Oh.
But it's kind of been funny because, like, we have, like, public Discord chats for, like, the D&D stuff. We also have, like, a private D&D chat for, like, just us, but, like, we have a public one for the fans.
Fair enough.
And pretty much every time I've done any artwork that I've shared of the two of them, because I haven't put, like, the really shippy ones up.
Yeah.
But, like, any ones that I have shared there, it's like the immediate response is just, like, this outpouring of, this needs to happen, and I love it. And, like, I've got, like, another, like, an actual, like, Discord just specifically for D&D stuff that I'm part of. And the number of people that haven't even watched our series but, like, hardcore ship our characters is kind of amazing.
I'm one of those people!
I know! Like, the general consensus is, like, Jemima needs to get with her dude. And she's adorable, and, like, the most common phrase that I keep hearing is, I would die for her.
I mean, you don't, like, as much as I would die for her as well, you don't need to die for her. She's got her knife of shame. She's fine.
Like, we've got, one of the people in our, like, in our fan Discord had made a comment about, like, I would die for her, and like,
Didn't Danny come to you and ask you?
Yeah,
like,
Danny
are you
was
alright?
like, what's the, like, are they being creepy? Do you need me to say something? And I'm like,
No,
that's
it's just
fan
normal.
talk.
Aha, a grape.
I'm like, this is normal.
I know. I mean, if anything shows you the difference between boys and girls in fandom, it's that.
Yeah, like the guys over here, like, is this unusual? Are you being like embarrassed by this? Are they stalking you? And I'm like,
No, it's chill.
that's a fangirl. Like that's like typical fangirl talk. And like the other group, like, I was worrying over like the D&D later, and they're like, oh, if it doesn't pan out, like, we need to like just make like basically a like visual novel just for her so that she like get together with her too.
Oh.
Like everybody was just so on board with it. It's
Hopefully
kind of
Danny's on
adorable.
board with it too.
I know. Like they had a list of like traits that she liked. And I added a few of my own, which like they had, let's see, checklist: tall, cute, just generally a nice guy, apparently super oblivious. And I added in optional likes trees / animals, optional lucky, optional actual demigod. Non-negotiable, totally okay that his girlfriend is small enough to be picked up and thrown like a javelin.
Oh, I love it.
Well, actually, like I mentioned the liked trees and/or animals. He actually, like, Eden actually was talking to Pip at one point during this session, cause like we got to the tavern and everything, and like everyone's talking about oh, what they want to get or whatever at the tavern, and somehow Pip got mentioned, and the attitude was like, oh, what does Pip want to eat? And Eden's like over here doing like little chirpy bird noises. And he looks over at Sky and he's like, he wants salmon.
I love it.
Just kind of like, he spoke owl.
Oh.
It's just like the cutest thing that it's like he's just like talking to the owl bear, just as you do, nice and casual.
'Cause why not? It's D&D.
It was so cute. And I can tell you right now that was definitely one of those moments when Jemima, like, in the background, like,
Ah!
One of those moments when your brain goes, you'd make a really good dad, Eden. And you can just probably, like, mentally hear Eden going, like, whoa, no. I'm so alive for this ship, though. Fight me.
I mean, I'm not gonna, to be honest, because, I like it too, at the end of the day.
They're adorable, and she's just so tiny. Like, that's the thing that's made me concerned and everything, is, like...
Right.
Yeah, like... it's in some ways kind of almost a magnification of my own worries, because, like, here I am, 4'11", and...
Wait, you're 4'11"?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I am a teensy tiny little human being.
Pick you up and throw you like a javelin.
I know. Like, I have actually been picked up and thrown by people before. Like, I can remember, like, going to a not slumber party, like a pool party at a friend's house, and, like, a big 6 foot tall something guy
Picked you up
It
and
was
threw
one
you.
of my friends picked me up and tossed me in the pool.
Fun. You know, because that's
Yeah.
totally what friends do.
I got some iron from fishing.
Nice. I did find a diamond in the mine, so I've stuck it in the chest.
Yay, nice. Like, I'm a very, very tiny person, and I think part of my worries with Jemima is like, she's small, but like it's more than just she's small. It's because of how small she is. I get worried that people are gonna look at her as being a child.
Yeah. I can see where that's coming from.
Because like I don't want her to be looked at as like she shouldn't be with a normal sized human person because her looks make her seem like a child.
I was going to say, especially if, like, she looks young in the face as well.
Mm-hmm. Like, halflings tend to look kind of childish to begin with because they're not 3 feet tall. And tend to be less mature looking than your average. Like, their mature face looks younger than a human's.
Mm.
Largely because of height and proportions and everything.
Mm.
Like, they read to humans as being immature. And the other side of all this is, as Danny has pointed out, Eden's over 700 years old.
Is he?
And, like, he's pointed this out a couple of times, and I'm sitting here like, if this ever comes up, and he's like, I'm 700 years old, and it's like, do you think, I know this, and do you think it bothers me? Because it doesn't.
I was gonna say, some people like older dudes, and that's fine.
I'm like, there's part of me that's sitting here going, you've never read a vampire novel, have you?
Vampire fan fiction.
Like, you've never read any of those, like, supernatural romances where, like, the dude's, like,
Literally.
couple 100 years old?
At least.
Maybe older? Like, you never know. It's
And in the
pretty
case
old.
of Twilight, still going to high school.
Because if I was that old, I'd want to be in high school.
Well, you've got to keep up with modern day events somehow, I suppose.
I'm just like, no. Like, surprisingly, despite having some issues with, like, bullying and stuff, I actually enjoyed high school, but no.
Fair enough.
Like, I had some good experiences. I also had some crappy ones.
Hmm.
The answer is hardcore no on the, do you want to go back to there and stay there for, like, a couple 100 years?
I hated the way we were taught in school. Like, I love learning. I love having information and knowing things and picking up new things. But I hated school. Absolutely hated it.
Like, I liked the regularity in a way. Like, I liked knowing what I needed to do and where I stood for the most part.
Yeah.
But I didn't like a lot of the teachers. I didn't like some of their methods of teaching. I didn't like some of the people I had to go to school with.
Mm. It can really vary, can't it? Because you can get a good teacher and a good lesson and it's fine. But you get one bad teacher, one that you don't get along with, and it's a bit like, oh, well.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, it's really all dependent on, like, the, like, individual experiences. You can have, like, a really bad teacher, and someone may like that teacher a lot.
Yeah.
It's entirely individual. But, good grief, if I was a vampire, I would not be in high school.
Fair enough. Sebastian.
Like, that's a personal level of hell.
Literally.
It's like, you're stuck there for the rest of your life.
Just, oh. And my question is, how does no one notice? that the same student keeps coming
right?
back and back every year. Like, dodgy? He thinks so.
Well, at least Ethan's a full-grown man and 700 something years old.
At least he doesn't have the beard to match that 700 years old.
Yeah, like I was under the impression that it was, that he had a druid ability called Timeless Body, but I don't think he does. Danny said he didn't, or Danny said like I never said that, and I was like, oh well, poop. I got cookies from the trash.
Nice!
Trash cookies.
Trash cookies for the trash girl?
For the trash panda. Elliot, please go away so that I can like check this trash can. Thank you.
Oh. I like this game for including the fact that you're able to dig through the trash.
I know, right? Sorry, my throat's a little scratchy.
Oh no.
It's from talking.
Because there's nothing like talking non-stop.
To make your throat very tired.
Elvish jewellery.
It's a ring. I got it from fishing.
Oh, nice. I've never seen it before. Not in any other.
I don't know. I've never seen it before either. But oh well.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Our collections are different then. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was just looking at the you know, like the collection tab in the menu.
Yeah.
So we don't share a collection.
No, we don't. That's individual.
Very interesting. These ghosts need to go away.
Oh, you're in the mines.
I'm in the mines, surrounded by slimes and ghosts and with a very basic sword.
It's a nice, relaxing game.
It is. It is, it is. I feel like I've almost come to the end of it on one file though, because I'm not quite sure what to do. So I don't know what I'm going to do to replace it. Although that being said, I think I'd started going through, like, trying to collect every item, every fish, every achievement sort of thing.
Yeah, 100% completion, basically.
Yep. I think I've completed plot-wise, just not, like, achievement-wise. But I don't think I'm ever going to get all of the achievements, because one of them's complete Journey of the Prairie King, and the other one's complete Journey of the Prairie King without dying. And I'm like, not happening at all. Ever.
Maybe this means you need to look for another game to try playing.
Well, I've got one that's been sat waiting for a very long time.
Dare I
Yonder
ask?
Chronicles, I think.
Haven't heard of that one.
I think it was sort of like an open world exploration adventure type game. I need to finish Horizon Zero Dawn. I think I might restart that though.
Haven't played that one myself.
To be honest, I quite enjoyed it. Not so great at like the mechanics and stuff, but I enjoyed it.
Like I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I just haven't played it.
I finished Undertale the other week.
Hmm. So I noticed you like I remember noticing that you were like reblogging stuff about Undertale. Like I haven't played the game. I got turned off hard by the Tumblr fandom.
Fair enough.
Like I know Danny and Crit are really into it, and I'm not judging anybody for liking it. I'm not judging anybody for not liking it. I'm just saying like I have kind of negative interest in it because the Tumblr fandom was such a pain in the butt when it came out.
At this point, I'm pretty sure every Tumblr fandom is a pain in the butt.
Yeah, but it just like it got to the point where it's like seeing nothing but that on my dash for like weeks because people were so into it kind of made me lose interest in the game.
Fair enough. I mean,
it's like I hate it when people are like, you have to enjoy this because it's popular, and I'm like, no.
Well, I watched a playthrough of it on Jacksepticeye's channel a couple of years ago, good couple of years ago, when it was, you know, sort of just came out, genuinely popular. And I enjoyed it, but I thought not really the sort of game I play. I'm not a big gamer, but now that I play more, it was pretty cheap, and I was like, oh, I'll give it a whirl. I enjoyed it so much. Like, the creators got me genuinely afraid to restart the game, and I'm like, I've never had a game do that to me before.
The thing that I always find myself thinking of at this point is like when I was first like poking Danny and being like, I need information on clothing because I need to draw your character and I must know what he wears.
Hi, Jen.
And he was like, well, his coat's kind of like a cross between Ichigo's Bankai and Sans' outfit. I'm sitting there like, nerd.
I love it. Oh, what a way to describe it.
I'm honestly thinking there was a bit more inspiration than he might be in, like, admitting.
Possibly.
Because, like, he's got the sort of hoodie, like, it's got that, like, fur around the top. It looks kind of like a hoodie. And then there's the fact that his pants are kind of short. And, like, it's just me sitting here going, Danny, what have you done?
But this is the best thing about Nerdy Boys, is they sort of take it and work it in everywhere, and I love it so much. Oh,
Like,
that's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
And I know Crit was really into the game for a while there as well. It's just it's nice that he's able to joke about it though now, because like, you know, we do like the meme stuff about like Sans Undertale. Like it's like, yeah, it's like that is his name now.
Oh, there's a crystal dagger on floor 60 of the mines.
Ooh, want.
Dorado found in forest rivers during the day. Rainbow trout, forest rivers and the mountains. Pufferfish. Octopus. Ooh! Those are some fish I need to catch. I need to go fishing.
Yeah, and I need to get home because I'm in the mines.
Oh! As long as you leave by like 1 at the latest, you might be able to jump into my bed just on time.
Oh, I'm leaving right now.
Fair enough. Jen's joined us, by the way. I don't know if you heard.
Hey, Jen! She mentioned she might stop in. She was going out for a bit, but she wanted to pop by if she could.
Oh, nice. Yeah, she said hi a couple of minutes ago.
I was mentioning to her the other day that like I've kind of wanted to try streaming sometime.
Oh Yeah.
it. And I was like, I need people to ramble at because I cannot conversate on my own.
I
And
know that
so,
feeling very well.
yes, I get too quiet and I don't like it.
Mm.
So I was kind of like, hey, you guys should try to help me like set up some streaming sometime like later and try to figure out something to stream.
Mm.
Maybe some old school D&D games.
Oh, nice.
Like introduce you to Baldur's Gate.
I mean,
Which
I'd
is
be
a
down
really
for
fun
watching
game.
some stuff from you.
the big thing is I'd need to like it's one of those, for me, I'd want to make sure that I'm not interfering with any of the guys' streams.
Mm.
Because I know I'd probably have some people who are fans by proxy that would want to join, and I don't want to like interrupt anybody's streaming because there are certain members of our group who have some issues with people having higher numbers on streams than they do.
Hmm.
And have been throwing some mild temper tantrums.
Seriously?
Just, or more specifically, whining.
No, but seriously.
Loudly.
Because one person has higher numbers than this person I presume it to be.
Yes.
Wow.
It's this, there's no place for me to stream, so I'm going to stream at midnight. And you have higher numbers than me, and I am unhappy with you, and...
Just. Mm.
The moment of sitting there going, remind me of how old you are, please.
I don't know if you ever recall. I don't know whether I've said it to you in the past, but honestly, I'm of half a mind just to invent some sort of slapping machine that auto-rotates. The amount of people that tell me stories about friends or parents, and I'm like, I need to invent this machine.
Some of them need it, some of them very much need it. We've got wheat. I've got my wheat harvest in if you want some of it, or should we...
I've got one in my chest, and I've got about 10 more down, so you can sell it if you want. I'm going to... Oh, it's Friday. I'm going to look at the travelling cart.
Good idea. I'm going to get some more wheat.
Cool. I'm also going to give Marnie some quartz so I can try and become her friend so I can get Mayor Lewis's shorts.
Oh, I get a fish taco out of the trash.
Nice! Why do you find so much good food in the trash is my question. How wasteful are the people of Stardew Valley? Ooh, there's a puffer fish on the...
Oh, do we need that for a bundle?
And there's a cherry sapling. That's cheap, I think.
How much is it there?
2,550.
Let me see. No, that's the exact same price.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Oh, well, damn. Rare seed's back on there, but we don't need it for another couple of weeks, do we?
Yeah, I think the rare seed's always there.
It's not always, no.
It's usually there.
There's a puffer fish for 800, and there's a shad for 500, and they're both part of the bundle, but is it worth just not and saving up?
Jody, did you have to walk out the door at that moment?
Yes, she did.
Jody, I'm disappointed in you. Oh, that was just reminding me. I've decided something that our D&D group needs.
Oh, I.
Specifically 2 people.
Oh, I.
Toddler leashes.
Yes.
Like you know the like toddler leash where you
just tug
leash
and they
someone to
fall
your
on their
wrist.
face. Just tug.
Yeah, like I need a toddler leash for Zareem and I need one for Janai because the two of them have been pains.
Jen's just said, even I know who Mandy's talking about, and I'm just like,
Yeah. I don't want to name names because I don't want to be one of those people that tell stories, but.
it's so bad.
Like, there's a
Oh.
reason I'm kind of like, if I stream, I want to make sure that I'm not stepping on anybody's toes.
Personally, I just think you should step on people's toes and do it anyway.
I don't want to get in trouble because the thing is, like,
Would you
on the
like a
one hand,
large
I'd like
blue
to be-
bear?
What?
Would you like a large blue bear?
I've got one.
Okay.
Like, on the one hand, I'd like to be brave and just do whatever and not worry about consequences, but the thing is, like, I am the most junior member of the group.
Really?
Yeah, I am the one that has, like...
I mean, aside from the 18-year-old.
Well, like, I'm the one that's been here the least amount of time, is the thing.
Right, okay.
Like, I have been here the least amount of time. I have not been part of the group for a long period of time. It's only been like a year. And I don't feel like my position is secure enough to be, like, able to do whatever I want to and not worry about having someone, like, say, hey, you're being a problem and we need to, like, cut you out of things.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna be careful.
Yeah, yeah.
I need to sit down and make a list of games I want to stream, but, you know.
Part of me would say, like, as long as you're not doing it over sort of the people you're close to.
Yeah.
So sort of like Danny Crit.
Yeah.
But beyond
Danny
that,
Danny doesn't stream, but... And, like, part of my reason for, like, really wanting to not step on, especially Crit's toes. Crit's trying to get partnered.
yes.
And
I remember you saying.
And he's been having a rough time getting enough people to join the streams the last couple of times, and it's been a rough couple of weeks. And he would have been partnered in December had he not gotten sick, like, right at the end of the month.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, oh, you didn't stream enough, so you're not getting partner. Even though he did stream enough, he just got sick and couldn't, like, finish it up.
Yeah. Well, even doing the partner achievement, you don't, like, get automatically partnered just from that, do you?
No. Like, you have to go through an evaluation process, and he wasn't able to stream while they were evaluating him, and they just, like, said, oh, sorry, you didn't get it.
That's bad. Oh, Crit.
Yeah. I felt really, really bad for him because he really deserved it. And he's trying super hard to, like, get his numbers up and make sure that people are, like, watching his streams. And...
Has he got a schedule?
I think he's supposed to be streaming tonight in, like, half an hour.
Ooh, right, okay.
What,
sort of on the hour, then?
I think it's 6 is when he's planning on it, so that's half an hour, yeah. I think it's gonna be Pixelmon tonight.
You'll have to drop me the handle when we finish and I'll go and... I wonder if we... See, there's an option on chatbot I haven't explored yet, which is called raiding.
Yeah,
and I'm not entirely sure what it does.
It dumps your chat into somebody else's.
Right, okay. See, I don't understand how it works, so I'm like,
I think you have to, like, slash raid so-and-so or something like that, I forget.
I honestly don't know.
I mean, I can look it up for you if you need me to.
I mean, because the option I've got on, I've got like a raid assist option. I can type in the channel name and press start. But like I say, I don't know what it does precisely. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, here's the, like, there's an article here that like, starting a raid as a creator is straightforward. First, let your viewers know you're going to start a raid, and then share a chat message that you want your viewers to paste in the channel when they arrive, which you don't have to do. Start a raid, type /raid followed by the name of the channel you want to raid. To raid, like, their channel, only you and your channel editors can start a raid this way. There's like a pinned chat message with a 10-second countdown. And after 10 seconds, you click raid now to execute the raid. If you don't click cancel or raid now within 80 seconds, the raid will automatically begin. The viewers will see a pinned chat message letting them know they're joining a raid. Viewers may leave a raid at any time by pressing the leave button on the pinned message. And it basically, like, takes your chat and, like, you know, switches them to the other stream.
Yeah.
I'd have to see if he's actually, like, streaming at that point. 'Cause I think he's supposed to be streaming at 6, but I don't know.
Yeah, because
sometimes it takes him a little bit to get started. And sometimes takes a little bit to get started. But he's trying to get, you know, an average viewer count up, and he had, like, a really bad stream yesterday.
Oh, really?
It was like 60. And he needs to have, like, an average of 75 or something.
Oh.
And I felt bad. Especially because, like, I was really enjoying the game he was playing, but, like, nobody was there.
Well, I mean, tell me what his username is. I'll go follow him and join in when I can.
It's just Critical Hat, one word.
Oh, same as always then.
Yep.
Cool.
And he deserves it. He's been doing a lot of, like, really good stuff this, like, past year. He's been getting really good with, like, streaming and videos and stuff. Like, that's part of the reason it's part of the reason we've been having so many issues with our one friend, is because it's like, how dare you get bigger than me when I've had my channel longer?
Where would you like me to dump some seeds?
Either one.
Cool.
They're not very organized. Oh, summer seeds.
Jen's just saying, it can be hard. I'm trying to keep my average of 3 for affiliate. Even that can be tricky. And I agree. I fully agree.
Like, if I do stream, it's gonna be like, I'm not worried about, like, numbers or view counts or whatever. It's
just for
fun. I want to stream because I like sharing games with friends.
Yeah, that's what I do it for as well. You know, it gets me to play games a bit more. And
it's like,
I get to spend time with friends and I get to talk to new people. It's just it's nice. It's nice. I'm not here to worry about making money or, you know, getting a certain amount of followers or whatever.
Yeah, like, my response is pretty much like, there's games out there that people may not have played or may never have a chance to, or maybe they can't get it running. I don't know. And it's like, I'd like to introduce them to things that are maybe a little bit more obscure. Maybe a bit older, or just not something they might have tried.
Fair enough.
Be like, hey, I really like this, and you should enjoy it too with me.
It'll be interesting because obviously, like, there's a lot of games I can't play. So if I can grab some recommendations off you, that'll be fab.
And, like, one of the ones, like, I've been really wanting to play, but I'm like, or play, like, on stream or whatever, but I find myself being like, I do worry that no one be that interested, but I really like it. 'Cause I've had this like horse game that I've played for years.
Yeah, I know the
Like
one you're on
actual
about.
literal years. It's been one that I've been playing since like 2010 off and on. I mean 2011, I forget, but it's been a while.
Mm.
Like I literally have like the first anniversary like gear. Um and it's one of those like Crit sometimes does like what he calls chill streams.
Yeah.
Like usually like RuneScape or something where he just kind of streams for a while, chats with viewers, etc. And it's more, hanging out and chatting instead of, just
Actual gaming.
yeah, like you're not trying to win or anything, you're just kind of existing and enjoying being around other people. And I'm like, that's what I do my horse streams for.
Mm.
Like I would
to be honest,
like,
that's what I
hey,
do most of my streams for. Like, just enjoy playing.
it's like I'd love to be like, hey, come ride horses with me and we can talk about stuff.
I don't think I've ever played a horse game.
This one's really fun.
Actually, no, tell a lie. There was some sort of horse training game that I played on like my old DS. I can't remember what it was called for the life of me, but I did like it. We seem to have a very similar taste somehow.
Well, I've always been a little bit of a horse crazy kid. Like I was the one that had like the kid that had all the like plastic ponies.
Oh, fair enough.
Like when I was growing up, I had a box beside my bed. It was actually like an old bread box.
Hmm.
It's like it had like the little metal latch and everything. It was a little metal box, and I had a stable of horses in there.
Fair enough.
All of them had names, etc. And I was a dorky little kid like that. Like, I remember talking with my mom about like this horse game of mine, and like I never read it myself, but there was like a book years and years and years ago called National Velvet, which was about a girl that, like, I forget exactly what it is. Like, there's something about racing and horses and stuff, but like the part that my mom always would bring up to me was like how Velvet, the girl in the book, had all these little paper cutouts of horses that she'd like cut out of like magazines and stuff. I think this was like in the 1800s. And
my favorite era.
and she would like she had names for them. She had little like thread bridles for them and everything, and like she'd take them out and like quote unquote ride or like walk them around the house and everything. Like she like just kind of walk them around to exercise them. And I'm like, every time I get out these horses in my game, I always kind of feel a bit like Velvet.
Oh bless.
But you're like, which horse do I feel like exercising today? And it's like you're not really like worrying about like, oh, they're, this one's the most competitive or whatever. It's just, which one do I feel like I want to play with today? And it's just a really fun game, and they've been consistently updating it. Like, they've started redoing the graphics and everything because it's like, I think it's 7 years old at this point.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need a drink.
Right.
That's closing up.
Jen's saying three of us should really chat again sometime. She's sat here wishing she could join in.
Aww.
So when was the last time we all chatted? It was on Skype, wasn't it?
I think so.
When Skype was a thing.
Skype forced me to update yesterday.
Oh, really?
Like 2 days ago. Ooh. So now it's like ugly.
Yeah, it's like a Snapchat version of Skype, isn't it?
It's so bad.
I've had the Windows 10 version for a while, and I've had the Snapchat update on my phone even longer. I don't use Skype anymore unless it's to send like video files.
I use it. Yeah, I use it to talk to my sister, and that's about it. Because like nobody's on Skype anymore because Skype is so bad.
Yep.
They've lost their viewers, or not viewers, but they've lost their customers.
I mean, Discord's been really, really good in comparison. Like, the only thing Discord doesn't have is sending, like, videos and documents off phone. Because I'm pretty sure you can do it on desktop, I think.
Probably, I think so. I find myself sometimes looking at, like, some of the people in our, like, fan Discord and everything. When sometimes they get, like, really off track about, like, you know, oh, stuff that's going on in our personal D&D game that's, like, no, they'll, instead of, like, having, like, their own personal group chat, they'll be, like, using the fan Discord, and I'm sitting here, like, can you move into your DMs?
Get out of my server!
It's like, I don't want to be rude, but I'm just kind of sitting here like, you're being a little bit rude because, you know,
yeah,
we're talking about, like, the characters in the series that we've been playing, and you guys are off topic and talking about yourselves. Because most of them are like 14
well, that's what
or whatever.
rules and modding is for at the end of the day, you know? Soft bans, hard bans. Get out of my server completely.
Yeah, I feel bad being a moderator. I'm a terrible moderator.
Don't worry, so am I.
I'm like, I don't want to, like, ever make anyone upset. And unfortunately, like, I'm, like, afraid I'd have to do that for, like, being a moderator.
Yeah, you do.
I don't want to make people upset unless they come in there and, like, are spouting hate speech or something.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's like, hi, guess what?
Bye!
I think we had someone, like, in, like, the welcome chat, like, spamming, like, porn links or something. And
oh, really?
and Crit was just like, hi! Just this moment of, like, oh, there, you pissed him off.
Oh.
He will end you.
Honestly.
It's so nice to chat.
It's just nice to get to the end of the week and to get together and just like chill with a bit of farming and lots of giggling, to be honest, because at this point it's not really anything else.
That's basically it.
Shane, I'm meant to be wooing you, but I don't even have a heart with you. I'm sorry.
Giggling and us, you know, blushing over
Eden. Just
yes.
Eden.
He's so darn cute. Bite me.
I love how just mentioning his name sets you off again.
He's so cute.
Oh.
I keep, like, internally going, you shouldn't be this excited, and I'm just like, I don't care. He's adorable, and my girl is such a crush.
But hang on, let's not forget, you're talking to me, the biggest enabler of the group at the time.
I know.
So,
like,
yes.
Like, I have to say, like, I'm not entirely sure, but because, like, honestly, I don't even know how the crush thing came about. Really? Like, I liked the character early on, but it wasn't, like, that crazy much. It was, like, I liked him, but I wasn't saying, like, oh, isn't he hot or dreamy or whatever. I was just like, I really like him. And
he's cute.
I think it came down to the fact that, like, Nits kept picking on him. And, like, you know, you'd be like, it just got, for a while there, so bad. Like,
yeah.
I don't even know how it started either. Like, I was trying to remember the other day and I couldn't, because, like, it's when we started off, like, um, Eden was a character that we ran into, and like we'd been tasked with getting a box of weapons that had been stolen, and we were supposed to find them and track them down and bring them back to Jonah. We found them in Bob's dungeon.
Oh, of course. It's always Bob.
That was a trip. There's a trip. And like we tracked them down to Bob's dungeon. We got them back, and we're leaving the dungeon, and we run into Eden.
Yeah.
And like, you've got something that belongs to me. And we're like, well, this is our job. We're supposed to be doing this. He's like, I need those. Like, he didn't really like explain himself. He's just like, that's mine. I need you to give them to me, or we're gonna have a problem. And we're trying to not get into a conflict, and he's not backing down. And there's like a whole bunch of wild-shaped druids behind us, in the form of wolves.
Because fun.
Yeah, and then we have one stupid warlock decide, I'm going to use Charm Person on him. Charm Person, for the uninitiated, is a spell that requires a wisdom save. And guess what Eden's really, really good at?
Oh.
And it basically convinces the person that you're casting it on, if they fail, that oh, we're good friends, and you want to hang out with me, and you want to do what I say. Basically, we're friends. We're friends. Thing is, this is something that they changed in 5th edition. Charm Person isn't just oh, we're friends until the spell wears off, and then we're just whatever. It's when the spell wears off, you know that you got charmed.
Oh.
And it's
boy.
going to piss them off.
So
boy!
I'm
using Charm Person, because I do have it, I just don't want to use it and piss somebody off. But the other thing is, do you remember that staff of Jemima's?
Yes, I do.
Do you know who it used to belong to?
Yes, I do!
It's called a Staff of Charming.
Oh no. Oh no!
It lets you cast 3 different spells. It lets you cast Command, which you can tell someone what to do, and they will have to do it, magically compelled, if they fail their save. It lets you cast Comprehend Languages, which is what she's been using it for. So you can understand what someone's saying, or like written word or whatever. You can't speak it, but you can understand.
Right, okay.
And it lets you cast Charm Person. But there's another smaller ability that is part of the staff that I haven't had a chance to use. But Eden did. You can expend 1 charge of the spell, like 1 spell cast, to, like, once a day, you can expend 1 charge to nullify a charm spell cast upon you specifically. Like, it completely makes it fail automatically.
Oh. I just...
So Zuri casts Charm Person on him. Eden goes, heck no. And nullifies that.
If you catch any more sunfish, we need 1 for the bundle.
Okie dokie.
Cool.
I don't know if I will, but I will keep my eye out. But Eden basically completely no-sells this spell. And Zareem goes, "Oh crap,"
I wonder why.
and takes off like a little baby.
Queen of Sauce recipe.
Yep, I already got it.
Nice.
So he takes off, runs away, doesn't want to engage. Basically, it's like, okay, well, that was my spell. I'm out. See y'all.
Bye.
And runs to the back of the party. And Eden goes, "That's the way you want to play it."
Oh
and
boy.
turns into an earth elemental.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
And we kind of had a little bit of a brawl because somebody decided that Charm Person was the thing that he wanted to pull out of his butt. And it's been like after that, we fought, we beat him. He was holding back.
Of course.
Like the reason, actually, basically the reason that we won that fight was Zareem ended up like badly injuring one of the druids to the point where like it knocked him unconscious in his druid form out of his like he knocked him out of the wild shape form and knocked him unconscious in his druid form.
Yeah.
And he basically grabs the guy and like he's gotta or like I forget if it knocked him unconscious or just like he was pretty hurt and Zareem just kind of grabs him.
Yeah.
And he's standing there with his axe to this guy's throat going basically, "You give up or we kill your friend here." And Eden's like, "Fine." And changes back and everything and ends the fight. And from that point on, neither of the two of them have liked each other. But I can't exactly pin down like what it is that Nitz hates about him.
It makes for an interesting dynamic, though.
It does. Like their characters are both Azamar, so it's like they're the kind of the opposite sides of the coin. Where like Eden is a protector Azamar, which is like you get like really cool, awesome wings and stuff, and you get to like use like radiant damage once, like whenever you use your wings and all this stuff. It's a really cool ability, but they tend to. Sorry,
It's alright.
my room's so dry. Sorry.
It's alright.
They tend to be pretty much on the like good, lawful side, etc. Meanwhile, Nitz is a fallen Asmar,
Ooh, right, okay.
which basically gives you a pretty darn good picture of his character.
Yep. And, well, I wouldn't say just the character.
And, you know, he wants to, like, his character is chaotic neutral, which is a really hard alignment to pin down, honestly.
Yeah.
Because on the law and chaos scale, you're kind of like
it's hard.
It's pretty easy to understand, you know, like you know, neutral good, which is basically I'm not like overzealous about the rules of the land or whatever. I'm not overzealous about rules in general, but I'm not also trying to like break
evil.
down any systems. I'm just trying to exist.
Yeah.
And help people, if possible. Whereas, like, neutral's supposed to be kind of staying out of things. But chaotic neutral is just really hard to pin down, and it's like a lot of the times, like, chaotic neutral characters, you find yourself going, like, why are you even out here doing this?
Yeah, because I suppose
most
it's
of the time,
like not involved, but at the same time I will mess you up.
I got grapes if you need them.
No, it's fine. I got one for the bundle, so
Oh, good.
no worries.
Because it's like, it's hard to pin down, like, it's sort of the issue of like, why is your character adventuring?
Hmm.
And a character that's like chaotic neutral, they probably don't have the reasons for adventuring that most other characters do. It's usually a pretty self-interested motivation.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's kind of this, they're doing it because they feel like it, and they're gonna get bored eventually, and then they're gonna go off and do something else. And it's just kind of frustrating because it fits Zareem, but he's also, his actions tend to be more like chaotic evil in many ways.
Yeah. Well,
And
yeah.
like I just find myself like really confused at times over like why exactly the two of them hate each other. Because it doesn't make the like
Probably because of that first interaction.
like between that and the fact that like Eden apparently was like, I don't know whether you could say it was a curse or what, but he was basically spelled to not tell information about things. Like from what I can tell, I think it was one of the characters you ran into that did it. So he's not supposed to be allowed to give us information. Like, sort of keeping secrets, and it's not just that he's not telling us because he doesn't want to, it's because he can't say it.
Got ya.
Which I think was a product of the early way that Danny was playing, like, was DMing. Like, he wasn't sure if we should, like, if he wanted to, like, he's done a lot of, like, what they call Adventure League, which is, like, the official, like, D&D stuff. It's, like, the one that's run by the company.
Okay, got ya.
That creates the games and everything. And so, like, they've got modules that you run. They've got, like, very specific things that you play. And it's less roleplay and more dungeon crawl.
Fair enough.
But the thing is that, like, Danny was doing it a lot more like that, and he had this kind of, I don't want, like, you guys are rolling against a set check, so it's like, you need to pass this to find out stuff. When, you know, what he probably should have been doing was saying, okay, you roll, and then Eden rolls a deception check.
Right, okay.
So, like, he'd make, like, the things ridiculously high so you couldn't pass, basically. But it sort of, in-universe, came down to the idea that Eden's not allowed to say it. Which, I mean, it's a neat idea, but the way that he got out of, you know, oh, this character isn't saying it to you guys, is Eden's response would be, that's above your pay grade. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was absolutely hilarious.
That's the best.
Everyone else got mad.
Really?
They got so mad.
At the fact that Eden couldn't tell them information.
Like, we didn't really know he couldn't, but, like, he'd just say, that's above your pay grade. And then get so mad that he wasn't saying it. Because, you know, they needed to know all the information or whatever. And it got to the point where, like, Eden almost got into a fight with Zareem and Janai and Zuradar over it.
Oh,
And I can't tell if it's that that Nitz hates, or whether it's that first interaction, or even whether it's that Eden doesn't really fit some kind of arbitrary standard of masculinity. Because like there's this
yeah,
sort of,
because he's all yeah.
he's pretty.
Yeah.
Because like I've noticed this with a lot of guys. It's not just, it's not just Nitz, but I've noticed this with a lot of guys that like there's this sort of, I don't like this male character because he's too
Good.
and they don't really have a good explanation. Usually but it usually boils down to they aren't masculine enough for me,
Yeah.
and so I hate them.
Toxic masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, do you want to check if Crit's streaming at 6? Because if it is, we can end on this evening and then be free for his stream.
I don't. Hang on. He hasn't posted anything. I gotta check. He usually waits for a bit to get a stream announcement out.
Oh, right, okay.
It's like right before he starts streaming. So I don't see it yet. And sorry, my sinuses are really ugh.
Oh, fine, don't worry about it.
Oh, you're like, bleh, bleh, bleh. Horrible noises.
I am the last person that is going to be fussed about any weird noises you make, considering some of the conversations we have.
True.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's just one of those like I don't get their hatred of each other.
Yeah.
Like it's irrational to me.
I sort of get it.
Like I was, but at the same time, like I don't understand how Jemima got so attached to him either.
Probably defending him, like you say.
It's like she got so defensive, like, and it was kind of in character but also out of character as well, that there's just this like, dude, like you're not just, being like, oh, I don't like this random NPC we ran into. It's I don't like your character.
Oh, so turning it more personal onto Danny.
I think that's kind of a bit of it, that like there's honestly the two of them don't seem to get along too great.
I was gonna say it's yeah.
Like
yeah.
The number of times the two of them have like
butted
argued,
heads.
Yeah, it's kind of this. It feels a bit more personal, and I don't know. I'd get frustrated and grumpy at Nitz for that, and then it turned into like defensiveness over Eden, and then Eden goes and dies.
Yeah,
and like because it was like between sessions and everything, I was like, oh, well, I'll try to like heal him, because we'd had like a couple NPCs go down and Jemima like pops them back up onto their feet with a few little bits of magic.
Yeah.
And then she tries to heal Eden, and like someone watching, like one of the like gods or whatever that was like there, stops her from healing him because he's already too dead to come back.
Oh.
And like I think it was Kurdak who was I think actually one of Crit's characters. And he's the one that like gave her the staff and everything. And that kind of moment right there It's like I had initially been looking at Eden more as like she associates some of it with her mentor.
Yeah.
But then it's like she started liking him, and I'm sitting here like,
What's
okay,
happening?
girl, what you doing?
I
He's
know
dead.
that feeling so well.
It's like, you do know he died, right? It's like, yeah, but I like him. And then like he comes back and she's like, yes, but I like him. I'm like, all right, hun. Like,
Did you click through on the thingy?
I was sorry. Sorry.
All right, don't worry. I'm just thinking. I think we've got enough for a coop now. Yeah, we definitely got enough for a coop. So shall I go get one?
I'll do like, you want to do one more day or?
I mean, we can do if Crit hasn't put up an announcement.
He has not. Like, I think he's still supposed to be streaming, but it might be later. It might be like
It's entirely up to you.
sometimes it takes a bit to get started. I don't know. I don't.
Well, we can as soon as he posts the announcement, we can finish on that day if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I go and order a coop when Robin opens?
Sounds good. Got everything?
Yeah,
Like
I think so. I might. Is it all right if I
all
take
the-
some of your wood? Because I'm out.
100% have fun. I got so much I've been hoarding.
Yeah. Because we've got enough reproducing crops now, so we should be fine.
Yep. I got plenty of crops over here.
Have you had a poppy pop up yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. Have you got one planted?
Oh, poppies? I don't know if I actually bought. I don't know if I got poppies for me.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, depends if you want them or not, I suppose.
I got spangles.
For Elliot.
He. You know, it like. I think maybe part of the reason I feel a bit like shy and awkward about things, because like there is this sort of stigma of like girls playing like role-playing games for like the romance.
Yes, which, considering we're currently playing Stardew Valley and currently trying to woo two men,
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny, but at the same time, it's not the only thing we're after.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've seen so many role players that are like wary because they think you're role playing for a romantic relationship with whoever they're role playing, but they're so grateful for platonic friendships and stuff like that as well.
He just posted the announcement.
Well, okay then, we'll be finishing this day.
I don't think he started the stream yet, but yay.
Okay, well that's given us a
Like it,
right. Okay,
he's like in a.
so today is the last day.
But it's a good place to stop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a coop.
Yeah, finally. Then we just need to
I
get
hope
the
there's
money to
enough
put a
room.
chicken in it.
I hope
Oh,
there's
there's
enough room.
plenty of room down here. Don't worry about it.
I'm sure he's gonna be like, "Who is this person that's raiding me?" And I'm over here like, "Hi,
It's me.
it's my friend." We were
I don't
streaming.
know if I am gonna raid him is the thing, because like I don't know how well it's gonna work. I have concerns.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah, I see. I want to go and watch him, so I'm thinking of just It's me. I'm Mandy's friend. Hello. Because I think I'm subscribed to his YouTube channel. So what? Who says hi? What? Sorry.
You can just say Dawn says hi.
Dawn says
That's
hi.
That's the name everyone knows me as.
Yeah. Oh. I think I referred to myself as like my real name on one of the streams, and I was just like, oops.
Like, you know, I know your real name, but like, you're just B.
I know. Like, even I react to B quite well, but like, because it was hilarious. Because one of the lads at work, obviously, they see me wearing like B pins and you know, if I've got B jewelry on or something like that. And one of the lads at work sort of looked at me and called me by B, and obviously I reacted to it, and I was like, how did you know that I go by B? And he was like, I didn't. And I was like, that's my online name. How did you know? And he was like, I did. And it was just a bit freaky.
And I've managed to, like, you know, I've got kind of a joke going with my friends that, like, since we play a lot of games that have, like, you know, day-night cycles or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and there's this, like, you know, oh, and, you know, the dawn's breaking. I'm like, I didn't do anything! I forget what it was. There was one, like, I forget exactly what it was, but there was something that got said, during one of Crit's Pixelmon streams earlier. And it was like, he made some comment about dawn or something like that in terms of, like, sunrise.
Yeah.
And I made a joke about it. And his response, because, like, he's got modding powers on the Pixelmon server. Like, Pixelmon's a Minecraft mod.
All right.
For those that don't know. He's got mod powers on the Pixelmon server. And I'd made this joke about, like, the dawn and everything. And the next thing I know, I'm just dead.
Oh dear.
Like, I'm like, I needed to go home anyway.
Do we know where Marnie is of a Monday?
I do not know, unfortunately.
Oh.
I never know anyone's schedule.
I've checked her house. I've checked Pierre's. Marnie, where are you? I can't think of where else she'd be. It's too
No
early for her
idea.
to be at the saloon.
Oh gosh, hiccups. Like, this time it's actual hiccups.
I don't know how you do. Oh, she's in her kitchen. Right.
Oh, it's probably a good thing that that we're ending soon here, because my sister's gonna be showing up to pick me up for D&D
Oh, cool.
in a bit, and I feel bad because I can't, like, really join Crit's stream.
I'll say you had said hi, don't worry.
And I'll poke in and be like, hey, I can't play today, but I wanted to say hi.
Yay.
The hiccups are so bad.
Oh, my life.
I don't get, like, you know, some people get, like, nice, cute little hiccups that, like,
Nope.
aren't all that bad.
Not us.
Not me.
We get monster hiccups.
Like, this is the, like, my body is, like, shaking with how bad these hiccups are.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Like, eh. Okay.
Has it been cold over your way much?
Oh my gosh, it was like it was in the like negative. I forget how low it got. It was somewhere like maybe like -5 or -7 Fahrenheit.
Oof. Cold then.
Which is like somewhere around like -18 Celsius. Not as bad as Crit's direction though.
I've heard it's been worse than the Antarctic in some places, and I'm just
like apparently with the wind chill, in like in the wind chill like over the last week, it got down to like -55.
Yeah, I've seen some places it's like that, and I'm just
Fahrenheit. Like it was bad enough that like I think he missed work one day because he like wasn't sure he could trust his car.
Well,
it's like
I can't say I blame him in that weather, because to be honest, you shouldn't be working in that sort of weather.
Yeah. Like there, I was seeing pictures from the area that he lives in. Like, yeah, there was definitely like a lot of snow. So it's been interesting. And it's warming up. Like last night, he was very excited because like his room was actually warm.
Oh.
He's like, I'm actually warm. Like it's warm in my room for like the first time in a week. I don't have to have my heater on.
Come over here. It's not that cold.
Sorry.
I mean, we've been having. This sounds like really petty in comparison, I suppose. I think I woke up the other morning to.
It's comparison in terms of like, you guys don't get anywhere near as much cold as we do.
No, so we're not used to it. But still, I woke up to, I think it was -5. I had to go to work in the other day.
Ugh.
Like, this is while like -50 is going on over your way.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, I don't know how you do it. I would not want to live over there.
I haven't been outside a whole lot, but actually, like, I got to go swimming the other day.
Nice.
It's an indoor pool, so not so bad. Which my sister's roommate actually needs to like she's like on doctor's orders basically to go like swimming like once a week for like half an hour.
All right.
And like in order to try to help her with some physical issues and stuff. And they were like, "Hey, do you want to come like swim?" Because like she needs someone to kind of interact with. So I was like, "Yeah, sure. I can swim. I like swimming." So I think I'm going to be doing like a weekly swimming session.
Fair enough.
Which I'm really excited for. We've got a nice YMCA over here.
Yeah.
And they've got like a really big pool.
I need to get back into swimming as well.
They had a hot tub.
Ooh. Ooh, yes.
So it's like we spent like half an hour swimming or something and like 5 minutes in the hot tub. And it was like 100 degrees in the hot tub, but it was so nice. You're just like, I just want to live here.
Fair enough.
I think Crit stream has started, so.
Fab. Well, it's a good timing then, because we've just finished ours.
Yeah.
Oh, enjoyed that.
It's so much fun playing with you.
Tell you what, it was a good 2 hours, I think.
Something like that.
Oh, it's just so nice. I love my Saturday evenings now. I used to get so bored, but now it's just so nice. Oh. Right. Same next Saturday if we can manage it.
Yep, if we can manage it, I'll be around.
Fab. Because
FAB.
Oh! Oh, that's a whole
You-
boat of nostalgia to rip into next week. Because I feel like
you were about to crawl through the microphone here and throttle me.
No, because I feel like now that we've both left the fandom, it's something we can go back to and just like
I know, right?
casually chill and reference, and I'm looking forward to it. Because I feel like it should be D&D, we
Yes.
move on to something else, and then we're coming back around to D&D. Oh. Right, I shall see you
Right.
next week.
I will see you next week.
Have fun at D&D again.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey boy, okay, that was a bunch of fun. I'm gonna go and head over to Critical Hat's stream now, seeing as he's started streaming, and see what that's like. I will see you all. Oh, well, I say hopefully Friday, but look how good I was at keeping this promise this week. So at the moment I'm not sure. I might have to try and adjust my schedule, but we'll see. I will see you at some point next week, that's for sure. Bye.